40 years ago, we opened our doors with one mission in mind.
We'll be right back with the top 10 songs of 1983.
To sell quality American-made vehicles at a fair price.
You have arrived.
And we've loved every minute of the ride. Celebrating 40 years of Two Rivers Ford.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Huck. Yes, NFL free agency is going on right now, and the Titans have made a signing. No, wait, we're being for real on this. They actually did. They signed a linebacker from San Francisco, started 13 games last season for the 49ers, started 9 of 12 this year, and the Titans have signed Azeez Al-Shaair, and he could potentially be that new David Long Jr. Now, around the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, he still has, I'm calling it a hostage list because that's pretty much what he is. List of demands of the players that he would like to see signed by the New York Jets. And the Giants, they just got one of the best tight ends in the NFL. They have traded with the Raiders for tight end Darren Waller. Over 5 seasons with the Raiders, had 3,469 yards receiving and 17 touchdowns. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day, right, Babsy, in the Music City?
No, it's too cold. Ain't beautiful. It's cold.
It's
not that cold, Babsy.
Oh, get out of here.
All you got to do is put on a sweater and just roll with it, man.
There were snow flurries this morning. Clowns.
I did hear that. I was in the boom boom room, though, so I missed them.
The boom boom room.
What were you doing in the boom boom room this morning?
Just talking.
Were you interviewing somebody in the boom boom room?
No, I was actually doing the interview in the boom boom room.
He was getting interviewed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jim Nance jumped into the boom boom room.
I mean, he will be. He said he was. So I'm holding him to that as soon as his schedule comes in. That's right.
I cannot believe we failed to play that.
Yeah, we
for
slipped
Jim
on that,
Nance.
man.
Why did we not play
I don't
that?
know. I was even texting
Come on,
Tracy
Hunk.
Wilson while we were on the air with Jim Nance.
That's a shame. We let that one slip. I'm going to be real.
I think we were just kind of
Shocked?
in surprise mode, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get the plan.
Shocked.
I mean, we literally had to look at each other like once we figured out it was really Jim Nance. By the way, you can hear that interview where you get your podcast.
And you should hear that
Rate,
interview
review,
where you get your podcast.
subscribe. Yes, he's a great storyteller, Jim Nance. Yeah, we actually had to, once we figured out it was really him, we kind of all like looked at each other as if to say like, all right, we got to get it together. Dude, we got to do our job. What's up, Dawn Davenport?
Hi.
Babsy. She doesn't give a damn about snow flurries, do you?
So don't. We need to tell that story. How that came about.
How what came about?
The snow flurries and Babs' reaction that led to our reaction.
Okay, so Hunk
Everybody,
wrote,
I confused everybody apparently.
Everybody.
Here's why, because of the timing of everything.
I know.
That's
I know.
right.
So Hunk writes snow flurries out here, whatever he wrote.
Yeah.
And then like 15 minutes later, Babs writes,
No. That was an hour later.
Was it an hour
Yes.
later?
We'd already moved on to a totally different conversation.
Exactly.
So Babs writes,
I was
no, with a bunch of O's. And we were like, I think I wrote like,
You were what?
what?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm like, Babs, what happened?
But then she
Slay's
did,
like, what'd the Titans do? What?
Don made it seem like they just traded Big Jeff.
Yeah,
but
that's-
she drops the no into the text strand and then disappears again.
Like, please.
I
So
didn't-
we're like, what's wrong, Babsy?
Sorry, I had a
She
meltdown.
wouldn't even
I
respond, man.
had a toddler meltdown this morning, and I left my phone for large amounts of time.
So Slay's like, what's wrong, Babs? And then like asked again, and finally she came back. I was talking about the snowflake.
We've been scraping the social media earth trying to find out what transpired.
This
Yeah,
man
sorry,
sitting
guys.
to my left and Don Davenport's right is a professional broadcaster that you can watch and hear tonight on ESPNU at 8 o'clock. Vandy fans, you get a big dose of this dude, Ron Slay.
I'll be in the building,
I like it, Hulk.
They want to ride that
Vandy
train. They're going to ride that train. I'm bringing you up. Yeah, buddy.
So, what do Vandy fans need to expect from Yale? Don and I both checked them out a little bit over the weekend. What they got going?
A disciplined team. A coach that's been there 24 years. Was the coach of the year. They got a defensive player of the year running point. They have a kid that's Noling. I forgot his first name, but 3-4 guy. They run their offense through a spread offense, run the pick and roll.
So he
they
can
got
pop
great
outside, he
shooters.
can back to the basket.
Yep.
the
But
thing?
what he wants to play, isolation back to the basket.
Yeah,
That's what he wants to do. But they got a 46% shooter and a 41% shooter that do not hesitate, hair trigger. So
Okay.
you better not leave him.
What about Magnon?
You know they're smart,
Can
too.
they deal with? Can they? Yeah, they're
Oh,
smart.
wait, they're playing Vandy. Everyone, these are like the
everybody's
smartest athletes on
except
the
the
floor.
broadcasters. Yeah, we're the only ones sitting there.
You and Roy Philpott.
Man, I've been in the library all night and day trying to get ready for this game just to pronounce names. So
In the library.
Yeah.
Dude, decimal system.
I'm
W.
gonna compare my GPA to theirs and see who's better in this situation.
Did you go watch shoot around for Yale today, or did they have one? It's such a quick turnaround.
Yale really never got back with us, so I just been watching. I watched 2 games of them. So yeah, I mean,
They're not used to
Yeah.
right. And I was
big
like, that's
broadcast
cool.
teams,
No, I'm
you
like,
know?
that's straight. You know, man, I get some extra sleep. I ain't tripping.
I mean,
I
it's a
forgot to
little
tell you.
easier for the analyst position.
The Titans signed
True.
a linebacker. We'll get to that in just a second.
Yes.
But I forgot to tell you, I ran into Bob Kessling
Once
outside
in a
of
ball.
Bridgestone Arena the other night, and he went on and on about how good a job you're doing on
Did he?
the SEC network and also in games.
My guy, man. I
He
like
called you
Bob.
Sleigh Ride. Sleigh Ride.
Sleigh
killing
Ride.
it.
What year is this now for Kessling? What
it's
year are we?
92.
98 was John Ward's last year. John Ward
He
left
stepped right in.
on the national title.
Okay.
That was a great curtain call right there.
Holy moly.
That's how
So
you
it's been
walk out.
over 20 years
Yeah.
for Kessling.
24.
And what was
24?
He was
24.
helping before. Was he helping before, or he got moved into that role?
He would help a little bit when there was some overlappage,
Okay.
like with basketball and football.
Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
And he would
It
do
is,
basketball.
actually.
All right, here are the roster moves so far. And if you want in, we have room 615-737-1045. We'll talk a lot of Titans football today. From Todd Archer, Titans signed linebacker Luke Gifford this morning, 2 years, worth up to $5 million. Led the team in special teams tackles. Coaches believed that he could have a larger role on defense, but the Titans take him. Vrabel loves going to get the best special teams guys in the offseason from places. Offensive tackle, obviously, Andre Dillard, we talked about yesterday, 3 years, $29 million, 6'5", 315 pounds. Backup offensive tackle in Philly. Did start a few games a couple of years ago at left tackle. When the right tackle got hurt, they moved the left tackle over to right tackle. He subbed in at left tackle, so that's probably where he will compete this offseason. And then the Titans just now signed linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair from the 49ers, 25-year-old linebacker. Obviously, the GM knows him. Rand Carthon played in 13 games last year, 44 tackles, 1 fumble recovery, and he did have 102 tackles the year before. So 6'2", 228 pounds, and will be 26 in August.
so
size.
this is his fourth season. He just
he just
finished
his
fourth. Yep.
So Azeez Al-Shaair. And we'll keep you updated because there's a lot of movement going on. We'll get you an Aaron Rodgers update. You want one?
Lord have mercy.
Apparently
this guy.
now he is trying to put together his own team with the Jets.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
And it's like the AARP team, too. Come on. These are the
I kinda
oldest
like that a little
players
bit.
ever. Let's go.
For a man that wanted to get out of Green Bay because they never gave him any weapons, why is he bringing half the team with him?
Why is he
couldn't
bringing...
wait till we got on there to ask Babs that.
Because he is a fool. Listen, here's the deal. I will never discount his talent. But the other side of him, clown show.
Here's what Babs wrote in the text strand. She sent Diana Rossini's tweet where she outlined everything that Aaron Rodgers apparently has told the Jets that he wants. And Dawn wrote, what a clown. Aaron Rodgers has provided the Jets with a wish list of free agents he would like for them to target and acquire per sources. It includes Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr.
I mean, he's straight keeping Randall in the league.
Feel me?
I mean, I love Randall. Don't get me wrong.
But that's what all of it was
SEC
about.
guy, right?
Yeah, without question. Yeah. But that's what it was about.
From Knoxville.
He's at Green Bay and can't. He was
You remember him
complaining
in
about
high
the
school?
receivers.
Holy
I know,
moly.
different.
Just
No,
Talking
different
about
different.
the guy that
level.
He was
could do
different.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kick, punt, like everything.
All of it.
Like literally.
Like
for
Big
real.
Sorry,
John- like Big John
I just
Henderson.
went.
No,
I
you
just
good,
saw
yeah.
that in my.
No,
Yeah.
he does that. Like he'll make you flash back because he had something going. But you bring all those guys there when you were complaining about we don't have receivers, and you said, you know what? I'm gonna show you how good these receivers are, even though I didn't want them when I was in Green Bay. I'm gonna bring them with me.
So Hunk had
That's
a
big.
pretty good little analogy of what Aaron Rodgers is. A pretty good comparison.
This is really funny.
Hunk, would you like to explain?
Please do.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers is Adam Sandler. And all these guys that he wants to bring with him are the guys that are always in every single Adam Sandler movie. So Adam Sandler will sign on to a movie, but he says, only way I'm doing it is if these guys get jobs. So that's the reason why David Spade still has a job.
That's right.
And the guy that you have no clue who he is, but he's always in the Adam Sandler movies, that's the reason why that guy still has a job.
It sounds like a great friendship.
And that guy is Randall Cobb.
Randall. Sexual chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
That's Randy Watson.
Oh, that's right.
What a mess.
One of the Rands.
Randy Watson. All right, so we told you who the Titans picked up so far. The Titans have also lost offensive guard Nate Davis to the Bears, linebacker David Long to the Dolphins. That one was only 2 years, $11 million.
Right.
Something went on
Oh,
there.
there's a whole conversation on Twitter that I'm tagged in this one because I responded to Buck's 2 years, 11 million, like 8,000 question marks. I'm like, right? And then everybody had to jump in on the conversation. But there's our girl Teresa Walker AP said,
Yeah.
he missed 12 games the last 2 years. Legit. But if that's something that, you're concerned about and all that, what he can do production-wise, you just signed an offensive lineman that missed
Yep.
a ton of games the last 2 years. And I get a hamstring is different than a broken arm and a what was the other one? I just blanked.
Growing. Something.
Ankle,
No.
patella tendon,
No. Forget
Knee.
it. I'll look it up.
Femur.
Pinocchio.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Adam's apple.
Yeah, I hate y'all.
Earlobe.
Anyway.
Earlobe, yeah.
Broke his
UCL.
earlobe. Eyebrow.
Pinky toe.
Are y'all done? Hey, speaking of,
I feel
I
like
broke
it's
my
an
toe.
operation.
It seems like a fun game.
Yeah.
Did
What'd
y'all
you
hear
say,
me?
Babsy?
What?
I broke my toe.
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
When?
Like 2 days ago.
No, don't try. Hey, don't you dare. Don't
What?
you dare. After signing us up for this marathon,
Oh,
don't
it'll
you
be
dare come
healthy
on.
by
no,
then.
No,
We're
Babsy,
38
no.
days away. Do you want
And
to
now
update?
Babsy's toe is broke.
It's bad.
There's nothing you can do about it. Well, her toes go like different directions anyway.
My fingers messed up. And I
Well,
think-
yeah, but that's like a lifestyle for you.
No,
From
this
hoops,
is,
right? Oh, no, this
one
is the new one.
Yeah, this.
Sorry. I was thinking Blaine's
No,
broken
this
fingers.
part of it is broken because of hoops. No, actually because of football. But yeah,
See?
So
That's what I'm
where
saying.
where are we as a where is
Anyway.
the Titans fan base with this offseason so far?
This is my other thing. Kayla said, well, maybe he didn't want to sign here. Want to re-sign here. That's another thing.
I know nothing about that situation, but you're right. There's got to be something there with 2 years and $11 million. Plus, the head coach on the day after press conference, called him out by name.
Yeah.
Torn bicep. That's what it was.
Torn bicep.
Torn bicep.
That's right.
How did we not say that in the middle of everything we said?
I don't know.
I know.
You said everything else.
We
You said
were working
eyebrows.
our way up. We went from the toe up. And then skip.
Why is my brain not working today?
I don't know. Titans also lose DeMarcus Walker to the Bears. So that's where we are. Lots of news out there, and it will continue. Lamar Jackson tweeting some things today. More on the Aaron Rodgers situation. Darren Waller traded 615-737-1045.
Danny Dimes.
Patrick and Clarksville
Giving him some
will lead us
weapons.
off. We'll be right back in just a second. Laura on the feed. I need y'all to make me laugh today. It's been a heck of a day. This is a release for y'all, for us. I mean, that's the goal. Like, we all have really tough days from time to time, and we hope that this can be 3 hours of a release for y'all.
Yes.
And for us.
Yes.
But, yeah. So we'll be right back. 3HL at 3HL1045 on Twitter. 38 days, 10 hours, 44 minutes, and 10 seconds, Babs, until that broken toe needs to be better. We'll be right back.
Still, I got wings. What's happening, good people? I'm telling you right now, the people came in from out of town, the people coming from all around just to get a taste of the home of sweet and sassy. That's Strikeout Wings, 3961 Nolensville Pike, right there in Plaza Mariachi, 123 Ewing Drive is the other location. Also, 2500 Highway 31 West, right there in White House, Tennessee. Now, you got to understand, every single Tuesday, 69-cent wings. Yes, I said that correctly. 69-cent wings. Take advantage of it. Lunch combo specials every day except Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., $8.99 lunch special. You can't miss that. Also being added to the menu, mac and cheese. Now, imagine getting that mac and cheese, Babsy, and you sprinkle a little lemon pepper dust on there. Woo! Whole different life. And you got to know you can always get the Ron Slade special, people. Sweet and sassy with the lemon pepper drizzle, Cajun ranch fries with the cheese melted on top. It's only 1, 2, 3. Still, I got wings.
Man, I'm hungry now. I haven't had strikeout wings in a while. Like, let's go. We are due. Somebody, Hunk still owes us. Hunk owes us.
If
Next
you two
week,
would
buddy.
be in the building more, I would.
I'm in the building.
Hey, we got to run this marathon you signed us up for.
I know. That means you need wings. Hey, you know what else you need? You need your FanDuel Sportsbook app. That's right. This March, they should take bets on whether we finish this this marathon.
Who's finishing? Like, that's not even a goal. Like,
Can we add that into the FanDuel Sportsbook app? All right, this March, take your first shot at college hoops. Maybe you want to start with hoops there. FanDuel Sportsbook, get 10 times your first bet amount in bonus bets up to $200. That's right, bet $20 on the bracket and you'll land $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. You know what that is? That's $200 you can spend betting everything from money line to point spreads to that 5-12 seed matchup maybe you've been eyeing, all on an app that is safe, secure, and super easy to use. No better place to bet the tournament than FanDuel Sportsbook. It's going to be a fun one this year. Sign up today by going to FanDuel.com/Dawn, DAWN, and you can make every moment more with FanDuel all tournament long. You got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager. Only $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms, full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Tuesday edition. Titans signing linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair from the 49ers. 25 years old in the league since 2019. 22 starts in the last 2 seasons. 2 career interceptions. This from Brett Batchelor compiling a list of information for us. 7 pass deflections.
Is he even working today? I think he's off the clock.
The BB always on the clock.
I know.
His clock's never off.
Sorry. Go ahead, Mayor.
He's on daylight saving time.
Thank you, Babs.
Carry on.
Are we, we jumped forward Sunday. Are we staying there this year?
I think you said it. I think you didn't you write in?
It got knocked out in the House during last year in 2022, so it's up for vote again. The Senate passed it unanimously. The House knocked it down.
That's
and
right.
then they have to go back and vote again.
Oh, of course they're gonna vote that we got to fall back.
Fall back.
I know
it's
that's
dark
really
at
gonna be.
4:30.
Come on.
And
That's cool. Everybody's fine with this right here. Don't.
a lot of people aren't, though.
I'd rather them give us the extra hour and then stay right there.
We used to call it Operation Daylight.
It just needs to be like it is now.
We would rather have more daylight at the end of the day.
All year. In the winter, it gets, if you're new to Nashville, you probably just lived this winter. But anyway, it gets dark in the dead middle of winter at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sometimes like 3:45, it feels like.
No, bad.
I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It is miserable.
ridiculous.
It
Listen,
causes depression.
I was going to try to run
I'm
for
serious.
governor on this, or mayor. Could I just affect Nashville and the 8 surrounding
think
counties,
so.
or would I have to be a mayor of all the 8 surrounding counties?
No, just us. Just us to have you.
'Cause I don't live in Davidson County.
Yeah,
but we
that
don't
might
worry.
be a problem.
No, we can figure something out.
We can make it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, we used to call it Operation Daylight. And Mickey used to say it's dark AF, dark at 5.
Mm-hmm. It's actually 4.
At 4, dark at 4. Yeah, you keep backing it up. 78 solo tackles in 2021 and 2022. 10 tackles for a loss, 3 fumble recoveries. So there you go. We'll keep keep you updated.
Basically replacing David Long Jr. That's his game, all of that. And I just hit our Titans expert up, Dear Buck.
Yeah. Hey, Buck.
Buck loves him.
Oh, really?
Loves him.
Buck loves Buck.
Well, yeah, Buck loves Buck,
Yes.
but Buck also loves Azeez.
Al-Shaair.
Yes. So,
That's
good.
pretty.
so maybe an upgrade from David Long Jr. after listening again to Mike Vrabel call him and Christian Fulton out. He's certainly not really surprised that he's gone.
Yep.
So what you asked a question during the break. What do you think about Rand Carthon and this initial surge of 2 days of free agency?
Yeah, it's
Can
interesting.
you tell what a possible plan might be?
So you guys know I've been we had a long conversation with Mr. Babs about this last night. You know, he's, for those that don't know, my husband is like diehard Titans fan. So I kind of feel like I get the pulse of the fan base through conversations with him. So this entire time, you know, his stance has been blow it up, you know, sell it off, rebuild. We're in a rebuild. It's a debacle, whatever, you know, start over, typical Titans kind of fan base overreaction, I think. Well, I have disagreed and said, no, it's not.
Can't believe you disagreed.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's not a complete rebuild. Stop, you know, relax, whatever. Tannehill is good enough. You've got Derrick Henry. Put a line out there, give him another weapon, and you're going to be fine. Like, you can contend, whatever. After the last couple of days, it feels like
Somebody's watching.
it feels like perhaps the mentality is a rebuild to me.
That's where you are now?
That's where I am.
Paging Savage.
The lack of movement makes me wonder also about Derrick Henry. It's gotten quiet on that front.
I told you, I don't think you can get enough value for him to trade him.
Might
Be the
issue. Might be the issue.
I think they would, 100%. I think they would, especially at this point. And I feel like with Vrabel and some of the things Rand Carthon have said to the media lately, it feels like I feel like I'm like
Babsy
it
always feels like
I'm all in my feelings here. it feels like they want to change what this mentality is offensively a little bit.
You talking
No, I'm
about,
not saying you drop the run first mentality, but
Derrick Henry does not fit the narrative that these two guys are throwing out there.
correct.
Rand
What they
Carthon
talking
and,
about?
and Mike Vrabel wanting players that can do multiple things. Like Derrick Henry's not that guy. He's not on the field on third down.
Versatility, speed.
Well, he got speed.
He has speed for his size.
Top speed.
But he
got
doesn't
just
have speed.
He ain't got
Right.
pure speed.
I mean, he has ridiculous speed
Quick twitch
for
speed.
how big of a human being he
Right.
is.
You know what this feels like to me?
What?
What's going on?
What does it feel like?
Titans fans, what does it feel like to you?
We want to
This-
hear from you.
This feels like a sit on your hands moment. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you.
That's definitely where I am.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not judging anything right now. I'm just throwing the question out there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
I'm judging.
you know when your parents leave the house and they tell you, hey, don't you dare move. Sit right there. You got in trouble. You got to sit right there, and they go in the other room and you try to move. Hey, I told you don't move. That's what I feel like is going on. Like, don't nobody make a move. Don't nobody make any suggestions. Don't nobody make any trades. Don't pick up no phones.
Okay,
It's
so
just
what's the
sitting
big picture message then if that's the case? Rebuild?
Rebuild draft.
You just can't fill all these holes in just the draft. And
No,
I
you can't.
understand, like, okay, let's say Aziz fills, what is it? Aziz Al-Shari.
Shahir.
Would you like to
Shahir.
hear the
Okay.
pronunciation? I have it.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is from him. This is how you pronounce his name.
Aziz Al-Shire, number 51.
Aziz Al-Shire.
Okay, Al-Shire.
Thank you.
No, Al-Shire.
Huh?
Thanks, Hunk.
49ers did really good about getting them to pronounce their own names.
Yeah. Good job, Rand Carthon.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Nashville. Aziz Al-Shire. So,
I'm still going to butcher it for a while.
I am
Just-
too. I got to write
sorry,
that down.
Aziz.
Anyway, it
I
seems like
apologize.
he is a replacement for what they just lost in David Long, right?
Now, last year for the 49ers,
Maybe
he
more?
played Sam a lot, which is what Bud Dupree played.
Okay.
So he did play the last game of the regular season at inside, but he played a lot of Sam for the 49ers.
But
Well,
I think
Go ahead.
coming
strong.
into it, like they want guys that can play multiple
versatile.
positions. Yeah, and so you can't tell what exactly is going on when they get out there on the field
No,
on
and-
both sides of the ball.
Right, and Rand Carthon has a history with this guy, so he knows what
Yep.
he can do.
Yep.
So we'll see. 615-737-1045. Patrick in Clarksville next up on 3HL. Patrick, what's up, man?
Hey, how are y'all doing today?
Good, how are you?
Patrick.
Good, guys. I don't think, personally, me and my cousin, we're just like everyone else. We got all the answers. We're armchair GMs, you know what I mean, with our beers. And shout out Jonas, the only Titans fan in Louisville, Texas. But anyway, I think what they're going for is to keep the core of the defense together, and anyone that doesn't play obviously isn't staying. And personally, I like to consider, I think it's going to be a stopgap year. I think everyone's on the table on the offensive side of the ball. I think some things are going to go down on draft night. I think Tannehill and Henry aren't going to be here next year. When Henry was hurt, that we had Hilliard and Foreman, and they could hold it down. I just think that it all starts in the trenches. We get an offensive lineman first round. We try to get some more picks. We let Malik see what he can do, even though that's the unpopular opinion. And we get a good kicker, and we're back to the Jeff Fisher years for 1 year.
Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, I mean, appreciate you and your cousin.
Most definitely. What up, Lewisburg? Shout out to Marcus Hayslip, Jason Maxwell. Pros from down there.
I think he said Texas.
Yeah, Lewis.
Oh, darn.
The only Titans fan in Louisville.
I thought you
Lewis and
said
Clark.
Lewisburg, though. We got a Lewisburg here.
I'm sure, yes, we do. But I'm sure there's a Lewisburg, Texas as well.
Probably is best.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
I mean, he's right. In terms of, like, big picture, long-term stuff, like Tannehill and him, even if they're back in 2023, like, that's
Right.
not a long-term thing, either one of those
Yep.
guys.
And I think, like, going into draft night is we could see movement in draft night as well. Like, you hold those pieces. If you get
Dude.
some available, like,
I wouldn't mind at all sitting here right now with as many holes as they have on that roster to move back and acquire picks. Here's what
Right.
they have. First round pick number 11, second round pick 41 overall, third round pick 72 overall. They do not have a fourth round pick. Fifth round pick 149, sixth round 186, and seventh round 230. Yes, sir. Slay with his hand up in the corner.
I would like to ask,
Don't move.
was one of those picks, you know who we got for one of those picks, everyone?
Who?
I think the 4th rounder. The great, the legendary, Dennis Daly.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's
That
right.
is right.
Hey, way to go. Just wanted to pull that back there.
So if they release Dennis Daly and he'd sign somewhere else, will they get a compensatory fee?
Oh, well,
Isn't he a free
He's
agent?
restricted free agent.
Yeah, he's restricted free agent.
restricted.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, the
not in
Titans
his
could match.
ability. I mean, he's restricted there too. But
Honk.
Honk.
What?
My goodness.
Honk's like the guy in the upper deck at church. And you don't know where the little quips come from, but there
Right.
he is. He's sitting right there.
Oh, he's also the one that says something like really harsh and then bless his heart.
he always up in the upper
Yeah.
deck.
I mean, he's he's absolutely terrible. He's horrific. He's the worst player ever. Bless his heart.
God love him.
That's Honk.
He
God
tries.
love him. Yes.
Oh, man.
615-737-1045. Speaking of kickers, I got one for you. I got a kicker of a kicker story. Honk laid this out for me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Slay, your Colts signed former Rams kicker Matt Gay. 4 years, $22.5 million. It's the largest contract ever given to a kicker in free agency.
What in the world?
That's what I'm just see. I'm telling you, anytime you need entertainment, just wait on my guy Ursay to come through.
He's got you.
He gonna do it every single
Now,
time.
this guy is good, but that's $5.63 million.
We got it. We got it to burn. You know what? I'm an honorary coach spokesman. That's what I am. I'm an honorary coach spokesman.
I don't think they would hire you for that.
They don't need to. Like, I'm doing this for free. They ain't got to pay me for this. I'm doing this free pro bono. No need trip. I got this. All you Colts fans that are out here in Nashville, if you're wondering what we're doing, I'm the spokesperson. I've talked to my reps up there. They don't know either. Carry on. Nobody has a clue.
$22.5 million for a kicker.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Now, he is good. Last 3 seasons, so not counting his rookie year, last 3 seasons with the Rams, 74 of 80. That's 93%. 12 of 15 from 50+. That's 80%.
Okay.
And 95 of 97 on extra points, 98%.
So they may be thinking, this is where he gets you. This is where Ursay gets you. If I go get another Daniel at quarterback, we may not be in range a lot to score.
Right.
So let's have a kicker that can kick it from deep.
I think 100% that's what that thought is.
Yeah, They're sitting right there pretty. When you pass by on the right on the way to Nathaniel Valley, that's a coat. Don't worry about it. Just leave him there. He grazes on this grass. Leave him there.
Ursay saying, we're going to try to win games 9-7.
I have an announcement.
Fine with it.
Wait, Honk has an announcement.
I have an announcement.
From the upper deck in the pew.
That's where he is. Upper deck. Hey, what's up?
The general manager for the New York Jets is announcing that he is signing Alan Lazard to a 4-year, $44 million deal. General manager of the Jets being Aaron Rodgers. Because he runs that team.
What the hell are you talking about?
He basically has ownership in that team.
Wait, is the Lazard thing for real?
Lazard thing is legit. Yahoo Sports is reporting Jets are signing Alan Lazard for a 4 years, $44 million deal with $22 million guaranteed.
That's nice.
Done. Aaron Rodgers
Good job, A-Rob. Going to the
is
Jets.
a New York Jet.
See, this is why I like your updates, your top of the hour updates, because like you throw news, but then you put a joke in there, and so you can't tell.
Or an opinion, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if you were being serious.
I didn't
here.
either.
That shouldn't have been an announcement. No, that should have been a breaking news.
Well, I thought about hitting the
banner.
breaking news thing, but I thought maybe the announcement thing would go over better with our show since we do that enough.
Coming
so-
from the upper deck,
Yeah.
we let that.
Yeah, but I didn't know if it was true or not, Hunk.
So what should follow this is Randall Cobb being signed to a 2-year, $6 million deal.
$6
Oh my
million.
gosh.
Yeah.
Like, seriously,
He's gonna get
Randall
less than the
Cobb.
kicker.
You know
for
the
the
last
Colts?
time that man had over 900 yards receiving in a season?
Hey, that's his buddy. Huh?
It is his friend. I'm telling you. He's
Adam
the David
Sandler, man.
Spade of
That's
this
right.
group.
That's right. Let's get it, baby.
Didn't you try to take like Isaiah Victor and Hayslip and Hathaway with you overseas?
Yeah. I'll take all my guys with me. Let's roll, baby.
He's Kevin James.
Tony Harris.
And Tony Harris hit me up the other day, too.
Funny how that happened.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, Gary says Aaron Rodgers is Randy Watson. Good and terrible. Good on the field, terrible everywhere else. Remember when he said he didn't want to drag this thing out and didn't want all the drama?
And where are we? Just where are we? Turn your tube on, and it's right there.
Every time I see it, Aaron, like, okay, here's the other thing. Is like Greeny on First Take is a Jets fan. So all they're talking about is Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. Oh, it's perfect.
And so every time, like, I just flip on ESPN, they start in on Aaron Rodgers. I think of Babsy over there.
Dog, he's going to run the media outlets. Being in New York, goodness gracious.
So Lamar Jackson apparently saw a story that he turned down $200 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So then he tweeted, and I didn't know that part of it. I didn't know that there was a story, like all this is happening, like your Twitter feed's almost like a slot machine, so you don't see everything.
Right.
So he tweeted, 133, 3 years fully guaranteed, but I need an agent, ? And so in the moment, I thought that's what he was doing. But apparently he's saying that's what he turned down.
Yeah, he turned down to 133. Yeah. Everything else was conditional, yeah. Excuse me. You know, I forget sometimes we on air. Like, no, seriously. Like, we just.
I mean, that's you should say out loud, man.
Yeah. No, but that's
it's
a good thing, right?
Yeah, transparency.
I mean, we are us.
I mean, her jacket's rubbing up against the microphone.
Shoot, I'm sorry.
Did I not hear that?
Shoot.
No. Apparently, I forget we're on air, too. Sorry.
Matt Miller said that one time, remember? We were recording an interview with him, and he, like, dropped a curse word or something. Maybe it wasn't him. Sorry, Matt, if it wasn't you.
I don't think it was Matt.
We've had quite a bit, though.
It was somebody that literally said, I forgot we were on the air.
This happens quite a bit.
We get a lot of people to drop curse words.
Just having a good conversation.
Not a fan.
Wide receiver.
That's your job, Hunk.
I know. Wide receiver possibilities in the free agent market. We'll talk about it next. 3HL 1045 this summer.
What's happening, people? The madness is right here around the corner, and it is upon us. It's knocking at your door. Don't you want to capitalize off of it? Superbook Sports. That's the lane I'm going to go in, people. Superbook TN. You go to your phone and you download the Superbook Sports app or visit superbook.com. What do you do then? You upload your information. Then you get an account. Then it's time to party. Let it happen. 3HL, you know what you can listen to right here? The Parsley. That's right. It's going down. And I'm going to be right there leading the charge. So if you spend valuable time all day thinking about which best to place each week, don't worry. I've got you. Why wouldn't you want the best company in the business to be the one who handles those bets? Superbook Sports, the most trusted name in Vegas, and it's live right here in Tennessee. Superbook has a team of dedicated odds makers behind the counter in Las Vegas setting all their prices. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. You know the motto. When we collect, book it.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you at 3HL 1045 on Twitter. Jason and the Burrow are coming at you in just a second.
I thought he was coming at us. Oh, what?
Real quick, Darren Waller, interesting prospect in that, when was it? 19 and 20. He went over 1,000 yards, caught at least 90 balls in each of those 2 seasons, but then hurt a lot the last 2 years and missed 14 of 34 games.
Who's that?
Darren Waller, tight end for the Raiders, going to the Giants now for a 3rd-round pick. Darren Waller just got married to Kelsey Plum, who plays guard for the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces. Now he gets traded to New York.
A dog, too. She's a dog.
ESPN stats and info from 2019 to 2020. Darren Waller didn't miss a single game, had at least 90 catches for 1,000 yards in both of those seasons. Since then, he has missed 14 of a possible 34. The only tight end in Giants history to have a 1,000-yard season was Mark Bavaro in 1986.
Dang, Shockey didn't? He had to be flirting.
Not.
He had to be flirting with it.
Had to.
Man, Shockey had some dominant years, man. That's cool. Like, I want to see my guy Danny Dimes do good, though.
I know you love him.
That's a good weapon for him.
Oh, great weapon.
He stay healthy.
Because when he healthy, boy, woo-wee.
615-737-1045. Jason in the Burrow. Jason, what's up?
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Jason?
Hey.
I was checking some stuff with Rodgers. Is he trying to imitate Brett Favre to go to the Jets next year? Maybe he'll go to the Vikings after that. Like, what's his deal?
Apparently.
I mean, it's a really similar storyline, and Don's
like on
husband
so
Travis
many
pointed out, like if he goes to the Jets and then ends up at the Vikings, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a big Favre fan, but anyway,
no.
Wide receivers out there. Jacoby Myers was out there. He's going to the Raiders. 67 catches, 804 yards, 6 touchdowns last year, 6'2", 200. So you can mark him off the list. Juju Smith-Schuster, of course, 26 years old. Kansas City Chiefs, 6'1", 215. 78 catches, 933 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Ran a 4.54 40 at the Combine. Titans looking for speed. Does he fit what you might want there? The wide receiver list, I'll just go ahead and tell you. Like, I'm looking at a list of top available wide receivers, and Nick Westbrook-Akine is 12th on this list. Nothing against NWI. I'm just telling you, like, in terms of
it's not an
there.
impressive list, is what you're saying.
So who's out there name-wise outside of OBJ?
Well, I wrote down Adam Thielen, but he's 32.
Yeah.
70.
You hear the name. And
you think about the old production.
Yep, 6'2", 200. And then what about DJ Chark? He went to Detroit and kind of disappeared for a second.
So Moonshine was super high on him earlier today.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
6'4", 198. Ran a 4.34 at the Combine. So a 6'4" guy runs that fast. Does that fit maybe?
How old is he?
26. Had a sprained ankle last year, so that limited him. 10 starts.
Can't really take them stats. They wanted to run the rock a little bit.
Yeah, 30 for 502. Yeah, their running back Jamal Williams was awesome. He had 17 touchdowns.
Yep.
So he's actually on the list I wrote down at running back. Miles Sanders, of course, Boobie Miles at Philadelphia, is a free agent, just 25 years old.
Jamal Williams. I like it.
You like Jamal Williams?
Whispering.
Why are you whispering?
I don't want the Derrick Henry people to hear me.
It could be a change-up back.
6 feet, 224.
Man.
27 years old. Over 1,000 yards for Detroit. 17 touchdowns.
Runs hard.
If
what, Babs?
Like, you cannot bring more injured players, more players with injury history to this roster, right? I mean, we are going to have to start picking up the Titans fan base off of the roads.
Yeah.
Because after 2 straight years, which I still maintain that something internally needs to be looked at by this franchise with all these injuries and these players that go elsewhere and are not injured, something needs to be looked at internally. But that's a different conversation.
But it's most definitely a conversation.
Right. And after 2 years of having the most injured team in the NFL, 2 straight years, back-to-back years, Titans fans will lose it.
Yeah.
If they sign injury-riddled people.
Yeah, they like hurt guys and old dudes that used to be like awesome.
Right.
Like Adam Thielen. Like I used I honestly I would
like Randall Cobb.
exactly. I would push back on Babs with this right here.
Push back.
But I'm round the corner. I'm back. I'm back over with you.
You're with me on this one.
Yeah, because we said coming out of last year that if we have this situation again,
then you have to look at.
We got to address something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back over here waiting on the car to come pick us up, Babs, and take us across the street.
Yeah.
Like Babsy going to the hotel in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Across the street.
Got to get there.
That's right.
So I wonder how much that Uber bill was when you just rode it catty corner across the street.
I don't even remember. I remember I tipped him something ridiculous because it was
That was pretty
embarrassing.
For those that don't know the story, Babsy and I came out. That was that Titans radio night where Coach Mack went crazy in the Titans rally party thing, and
He said his famous quote came from there.
What?
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is some pretty good Shiano.
except he said it.
Yes.
That's mad.
Yeah,
My man.
we had a good time that night to the point where we got out of the bar and I was trying to make sure that Babs got home okay, and she couldn't find her hotel, so she called Uber, and so put the address in. And literally, I looked up and I go, "Isn't that your hotel right there?"
Uh-huh.
Sure was. But it was so cold, I didn't care. I was getting in that Uber.
I had a video of you riding the bull
Yes, that is not for public consumption.
because you got tossed.
Tossed.
I mean, tossed.
In my defense, it was about 3 a.m. in the morning. I had on my Titans jersey and my lay because that was Marcus Mariota time.
My lay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a scene that night.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive lineman Orlando Brown Jr.
It was
Anybody
a hell of a
wanna-
win for the Titans,
Yes.
too, by the way.
Anybody want to go
Yes.
after him?
Yes.
He's going to cost you.
Yes.
Zeus.
5 years,
Oh, that's his dad.
$112 million is what his value is listed at.
Yes.
How much?
5 for 112. He's 26 years old. He is 6'8", 363 pounds.
He a dog. He one of them bears that Coach Mack talk about.
So if the Titans signed Orlando Brown Jr., what do you think Andre Dillard's reaction would be?
Oh, I got to start working on another spot.
Dillard's got to know he's not starting, right?
No. If I'm Dillard, I don't know I'm not starting by looking at what was ahead of me.
Yeah, because there ain't nothing ahead of you.
Exactly.
There's nothing in the room.
Yeah.
It's like Will
yeah.
Smith, man. He's just looking around the room like just nothing.
There are several offensive linemen that have gone off the board, and the Titans are nowhere to be found, even though they need 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3, I guess. I don't know. 4, probably. I'll tell you about that when we come back. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter.
What's happening, people? Let's get slim with Big Slay. How do you do it? 180 Awaken. That's how. You can try it, and this right here is second to none. I'm just going to tell you why, and the reason is because I look at myself. I'm looking in the mirror. I had goals that I wanted to reach, and how could I reach them when I'm done hooping? You know, I'm retired. How do I get this weight off? I know I could go to the gym and get it done back then, but that's not now. You know, with my schedule and things of that nature, you got to have a different way. So you got to change up some things that you're doing. And a lot of that has to be with eating, but not like you think. You can eat still. Matter of fact, you're suggested to eat. You have a coach, a personal coach, my Awaken 180 coach, Sam, and it's a winning combination. She always holds me accountable and tweaks my menu throughout the week for, you know, how I'm going to be traveling. So free support for life is something that you're going to get when you reach your ideal weight. That's what I do, and you pay once for your results, so that's last a lifetime. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the long-term solution for weight loss. Schedule your virtual at-home consultation by calling 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Huck. The Titans have made a move as they have acquired
Azeez Shire, number 51.
from the San Francisco 49ers as he was a free agent. Now, if you don't know how to pronounce his name,
Azeez Shire, number 51.
Now, in other NFL news, the Jets have acquired the Soul Stone for Thanos. That would be Aaron Rodgers, and the Soul Stone will be Alan Lazard, as it was announced just a few moments ago. That a 4-year, $44 million deal with $22 million guaranteed has been made between Lazard and the Jets. Lazard was the Green Bay Packers' number one wide receiver last season. And McNeese State has said that Will Wade needs himself a little bit of a vacation after being on the job for 2 days. They have suspended him for the first 5 games of the regular season, even though, again, he was just hired. This is a preemptive strike to the possible NCAA violations that could come down. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Happy NFL Free Agency Week. 3HL on the air, Tuesday edition. Brent Doherty. And there she is. She's Dawn Davenport.
Hi, happy Tuesday, people.
She was upset about snow flurries this morning. Did you even see them?
No.
Or were you just upset about them?
No, I was just upset because Hunk told me there were some.
There were in Brentwood.
Yep. I trust
didn't
Hunk.
know.
No, I didn't know.
You trust
Well,
Hunk?
I knew it was cold as... I don't think I can say that on air. I
Walls?
knew it was really cold outside.
Because you like to say that phrase. But anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Unofficially. Can neither confirm nor deny that Babs likes to say that phrase.
Oh, you can see the TV good when we're on the Foursquare.
I
Did
know,
y'all
I
ever
don't
play
like it.
Foursquare? You don't like Foursquare?
No, I don't like the Foursquare on our... and we're talking about our chat, by the way,
Well, you can watch us.
where you can watch
YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Foursquare back in the day, man. That hey, boy, get heated on the playground.
It so will, boy. All kind of little rules get made up.
Do they still have those like little red ball? Not little, but those
I
bouncy
ain't
red
sure.
balls.
They sting.
Yeah, you play kickball with it or
Mhm.
Foursquare with it.
Kickball, play
still
dodgeball
exists.
with
They
it.
do.
Do they?
Yeah.
We need to
I
find
have
one.
no clue what Foursquare
I think they're
is.
yellow.
Oh, Hunk. Man, you ain't played the game till you play Foursquare.
Yeah,
dog.
what are they doing in Alabama, Hunt?
I mean, we played dodgeball, which was, we
With
did
cars?
that. We played kickball. I don't know what Foursquares is. I know there's an app called Foursquare.
No.
I know that there's a gambling game called Foursquare.
No. This right here. This tests your quick twitch, your memory. What else? It tests a lot of stuff, man. Like you gotta be alert.
You gotta run the okey doke. You gotta
You
fake
gotta
one
run
way,
so do, yeah.
no look.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, Foursquare.
Yeah,
all right.
just look it up. Look it
Yeah.
up. It's really hard for us to explain it.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. It's a hell of a game though.
because words are our business, but we can't explain Foursquare to you.
It's 4 squares and 4 people in them.
And,
with one
and a ball.
And it's 1 leader.
Y'all are nailing it.
He's Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Got broadcast responsibilities tonight on ESPNU. Vanderbilt and Yale, 8 o'clock. Vandy in the NIT is a 2 seed. Probably could play all home games until New York.
They should be able to.
Might as well go win the damn thing, right?
That's how I feel. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you what. They win, and the next team in that bracket, guess what the face-off could be? Michigan versus Vandy.
Ooh.
Stackhouse versus Juwan Howard. That'll be a nice.
That would be sweet.
That'll be a nice one right there. That'll be a nice one right there. Mm-hmm. And it should be, since they're a higher seed, Michigan would have to travel here.
Yeah.
Well, so.
That's what I'm saying. They wouldn't play a 1 seed until New
Yep.
York. So Adam says, you from Bama, Hunk?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, it is.
I am.
You
And in Bama, apparently, we didn't play this game because I'm watching a video on this game now. How is this popular?
What?
What is this?
Man, that game was serious, huh?
Yeah, you might be watching the wrong game.
Yeah, all you needed was a ball and concrete.
And 4 squares, and
And
you got to
Foursquare,
like.
you could draw the 4 squares with
Listen
chalk.
to the girl describing it.
Going to be your server. And the square next to it, you're going to label it number 3 or C.
Yep.
The next one's 2 or B. And
That's
It's
how
like
it is.
hacky sack.
How about that music behind it?
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
that's
can
about.
find
The ball.
any kind
They're
of
gonna let the ball
directions
drop one time in
nowadays.
their square. They're going to use 2 hands, hit it underhanded into someone
You
else's
didn't even
square.
need chalk. You could use like a piece of bark
Yeah, you
to be able to draw your
Yeah,
square.
you can use really anything for for us going.
Not only is Hunk from Bama, he still lives in Bama. He drives up here from Huntsville every day
Yep.
So you would have been up here sooner, Hunk. You would have learned about Foursquare.
through all those snow flurries.
I tried.
That was the Boys and Girls Club game for every time. in the
Debbie
summer.
says, loved playing Foursquare. DHB, Hunk, I'm from Alabama. I'm probably younger than you. I've done the Foursquare thing. Don't embarrass Alabama.
Okay, maybe it's a New Hope thing. Let me just go there. Maybe it was just my high school. Maybe we just weren't rich enough for the chalk to draw the squares.
Turn. What was y'all doing in school, in the class then, if y'all didn't have chalk, Hunk?
Somebody mentioned
Wall ball.
Somebody mentioned wall
Oh,
ball.
I loved wall
Wow.
ball.
I threw my shoulder out my sophomore year playing wall ball.
Man, I tell you, I dominated wall ball.
That
I was like the neighborhood champ in wall ball.
Yeah, look that one up too. I don't have time for that.
You know the other one,
that
the
was good,
tassel, the ball on the tassel that you spin around the pole.
tether ball.
Tether ball.
That's like old school.
That
All
is
these
a
cheap
silly
games,
game.
man.
Yeah.
That
A
we
string
used to
and a pole.
just love.
Yeah, that's all you need. Outside. That's all,
All the
you need.
adults were like, "Hey, watch this. This will cost us like $10.
Check this game out. They'll play it all day.
all year. It'll last like 5 years."
Yeah.
Yeah. Offensive linemen that have gone. Left guard Ben Powers, Ravens to Denver. We talked about that the other day. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey, 49ers to Denver. Denver gave up the most sacks in the NFL last year. Jawan Taylor, offensive tackle from Jacksonville to the Chiefs. And this one, Shaq Mason from Tampa to Houston.
Tennessee kid.
Yep, he's from here. Terry McCormick writing, Shaq Mason heading to the Texans being reported, was told that he was offered to the Titans as a part of the shopping process, but no deal materialized. Really good inside player.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. Could have had him. Could have used him. Never mind.
So that's 4 offensive linemen gone.
And everybody just rolling on out. Alan Lazard gone. What is this? Stephon Gilmore.
Just got traded to Dallas.
Interesting.
That's, I mean,
In a
it's
trade
funny.
from the Colts.
We talk about how the Colts got that kicker though.
Hey, that's
right.
You need me? You need me to call up there and get a
Man,
word?
they traded for a 5th round pick.
Are you trying to understand why they're doing this, Babson? Don't. Word from my reps. Don't try to understand it.
Yeah. So. I don't know. Here's an interesting stat though. I saw this on ESPN this morning. Top team in free agent spending last 7 off seasons, and the amount of increased wins in 1 year. So in 2016, the Giants spent the most in free agency. They won 5 more games that year than they did the previous year. 2017, Jaguars. They won 7 more games than they did the previous season. 2018, Bears, 7 more games than they did the previous season.
Wow.
You see a trend here?
Yeah.
Spend the most money in free agency, win more games. 2019, Jets won 3 more. Leave it to the Jets.
Messing everything up.
See what they do this year.
20. I mean, they got a smorgasbord of requests there. It's like
11.
Aaron Rodgers is at Golden Corral and he wants like a steak and a mac and cheese.
Give me him.
Right. Well, hey, one's checked off the list.
Yeah. Hey,
Alan Lazard.
That's right.
Yep.
And he's like, I want the mashed potatoes, but the gravy still has that film on it, because it's kind of old. All these old dudes.
Bring that in.
I'm going to need you to bring back the chocolate fountain post-COVID. So that would be Randall Cobb.
So now, like, the requested
left?
players that Aaron Rodgers gave the Jets in Golden Corral menu items?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, Alan Lazard's
Who's
already
Salisbury
signed.
steak?
Yeah.
Salisbury. Oh, that stuff was good.
I used to love Salisbury.
Just don't tell me what's in
All right,
it.
so that's
Some mashed
Lazard if
potatoes.
it was good. 'Cause
Okay,
Lazard's good.
Lazard. All right, so Lazard was Salisbury steak. We have Randall Cobb
Is he the mashed potatoes with the gravy that's
because
been
it's
out there
like
too
that
long?
kind of old gravy. It's
Well,
been around too long.
Or he's the rolls, because like everybody touches the rolls, and like everybody, he's just everywhere. You do. All the kids just come up and touch the rolls.
No, you need something that sits out for a long time.
You know what's here it goes. Side note. There's a restaurant in St. Louis. Like if you go to St. Louis, go to the Hill. That's where like all these Italian restaurants are, and it's like generational Italian people that run these things, and they're in houses basically. It's unreal.
Which means it's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And one of them, I forget which one, they throw the rolls to you.
Really?
Like you just hold your hand up like you need a roll, and they'll just boom, chuck it.
That sounds about right.
Somebody said.
So maybe that is Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb is coleslaw.
That's not. That's
coleslaw can't sit out
coleslaw's
for a
not
long
good
time,
either.
though.
Adam says corn on the cob.
I love coleslaw.
No, I like.
It depends.
Me too. But if somebody calls you some coleslaw, then you ain't no good.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's
It's
an
an
Nashville
afterthought.
thing. Yep.
Okay, so here are the others.
You go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Coleslaw is great, but it's an afterthought.
Yeah, because it's the mashed potatoes, it's the mac and cheese, it's the green bean, it's that stuff that's good at
Extra
KFC.
piece of chicken.
Yep.
Okay, so the list is, and this is from Diana Rossini, by the way, that Aaron Rodgers provided the Jets with a wish list of free agents. So Randall Cobb, or we've already talked about Alan Lazard. He's allegedly signed. Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis, the other one. Mercedes Lewis. He's old too.
He is old. What is he trying to make one run? This all he really saying. We only got 1 year to get this done, y'all.
Yes,
Everybody,
that's exactly what
He's
he's
got 1 year
saying.
left on his deal.
And the
Unless they
last
work it.
one, Odell Beckham Jr. on his list.
The ice cream machine.
He's the ice cream machine.
Because it's good if it works, but if it don't,
That's
everybody just standing
Oh my
around.
gosh, that's so
Bro, we
good.
talking about McDonald's?
No, the ones at the buffets do the same thing though.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes
That
they're a
motherfucker
little
just
runny.
be dripping.
Deli,
Yeah,
yeah.
just be dripping.
Like
Yeah,
it's explosive diarrhea.
Yep.
well, that's okay.
That's an image.
No.
That's another one.
Oh my gosh.
All
If
right,
it's
so-
working, you know
it's
it's
so
good.
good.
Hey, somebody send our list to Diana Rossini.
Oh
See if
my
she'll
gosh.
report that.
Ice cream machine. That's great.
Oh,
Write
man.
that one down.
Lambert's Cafe, people are saying that they throw rolls too.
Oh, okay.
Is that here?
I like to go to dinner and then have like a game also. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Got to work on your hands. 615-737-104. I mean, if you don't catch it, you don't eat.
Hey, that's right.
What's Aaron Rodgers? The hostess?
Oh, that's a good one.
He's
Who's
just in
A-Rod?
the back, not talking to the back.
Yeah, he's the cook. Come back up.
He's in the dark.
He's in the dark.
All right. It's funny about the NFL. This is what I started to say a little while ago. We always talk about how the NFL just finds a way to dominate every season except for like a 2-week period in July or June June. And then like the NCAA tournament selection show on Sunday. The brackets are out on Monday. And the NFL's like, free agency really doesn't start until Wednesday, but watch.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yep.
And that's all anybody's
Let's
talking.
heat it up.
We will talk a little basketball. Chris Lowe coming up next, covers college sports for ESPN.com. Tourney coming up actually starts tonight. Mississippi State in action. We'll talk with Chris next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. And you got to understand, it's a proud Rude Pro partner and a Mitsubishi Diamond contractor, Babsy. Let's get that out the way first.
Yes, they're the heating and cooling company that can take care of all of your HVAC needs. And here's the deal. They're family owned and operated with over 20 years experience. And Slay, we know when they say family owned and operated, they mean it. Because Kevin opened the doors back in 2011, raising his family. His daughters run in the office. His son and son-in-law run the on-site technician part of it. And there's always a family member that you can chat with.
And they're known for outstanding customer service. I almost said outside, but they will do some work outside because they're going to go and check your HVACs and make sure everything is working. And you got to know, through the month of March, you get your AC tuned up for just $79 and get the fall tuned up for free, Babsy.
I love free. Hey, if you're interested, go visit them at springhillac.com. That's Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Slay?
Call them.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, producer Joe Hunt. Hunk, you've had like the comedic drops today. He's on the phone.
Hunk's on his game today.
NCAA tournament. Starting
Inside Out. What's it all about?
Tonight, as a matter of fact. And then in earnest on Thursday. And we'll be at Party Foul.
Yes,
Slay
we will.
and I will be.
You want to come out and watch the game with us?
I was told 11 to like 1:30 for us at Party Foul in Murfreesboro on Thursday. Party Foul at Cool Springs on Friday. We'll be there.
Probably go over. But, yeah, come on out.
They told me that you can have all the drinks you want.
Uh-oh. Y'all are
Going
never
to
leaving.
go over.
You're never leaving.
Well, I'll be Ubering.
I will be completely responsible.
I won't.
I'll drive you then.
Okay, cool. Pick me up.
No.
I just want chicken tenders.
Absolutely not.
I want the chicken tenders.
Absolutely not.
No, you're.
And coleslaw. They've got good coleslaw.
You know what? So Thursday, Friday will be my cheat days. Saturday, Sunday, maybe 2. I got to figure something out because
Wait, you get 2 cheat days?
maybe 4.
He does
I got to
this
figure it out.
Okay, 4. No.
No, it's got something got to give on this one, Babs.
You haven't had one cheat day in a long time.
I know. But yeah, so I got to have something. Like, you can't watch games and not eat wings and tenders and, like, come on.
There's going to be all kinds of
I can
wings.
slow down on drinks, but come on, the food, I need it.
All right. We'll see. What do you think,
Excuse me.
Babs? Why are you laughing over there?
Nobody heard of that, Slay.
Yeah, because I turned my mic off, huh? But I said still excuse me. That's a habit. If you belch, say excuse me. Babs would love to say something. She can't.
I have a cookie in my mouth. You're
I'd
the
love to say
worst.
that we got Chris Lowe coming up
Yes.
in just a second. That is brought to you by Awaken 180.
There you go. Good job, Hunk.
Hey, Hunk read the liner.
Look at that. Hunk just.
Hunk is on it, boy. I mean, whoo.
You're having a good day, huh?
I know.
Are you throwing a perfect game?
No, you don't speak of a perfect game when a perfect game is going on.
I always think about shows in those terms. Like, and it's never happened. I've been doing this for 27 years.
No, it's never happened. Don't even try and think it has.
I mean, you just belched on the radio.
Yeah,
I said excuse me.
it doesn't matter. Oh, that makes it okay.
Yeah, but nobody heard it.
All right, Chris
with
Lowe.
us, ESPN.com. C-Low, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys? How about this? 3 straight days. What have I done to deserve this honor? I get to talk to the one and the only Ron Slay.
3 straight days. What you guys been doing?
Talked to
3
CeeLo last
straight
night,
days.
too.
Talked to him on the Nation Sunday night. Vol calls last night.
Oh.
And today with you guys. How about that? 3 in a row.
I told him I was
That's
jealous,
right.
though, man. Because when Vol calls takes place, they're at Calhoun's. And you know what they have? Wings. I always get them with extra Thunder Road sauce.
Thunder Road sauce is good.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Slade, you should have seen Barnes
He's
just
about to
wolfing
break.
down those wings last night.
Man, I know he was getting to him, man. Good gosh.
Inhaling them.
Inhaling them. Probably had the little vest jacket on and everything. Still eating them.
Y'all.
I mean, let's just go ahead and start with Tennessee. So Tennessee, a 4 seed. The last 4 tournaments they've lost to a seed higher than them, meaning like worse than them. What do you think about this group as they limp in without Zakai Ziegler?
You know, I had a chance to talk to Rick last night just about this team and where they are. And I think the biggest thing is they've got a whole week, and that's especially important for Josiah Jordan James. And he just hasn't been able to go back-to-back days. They haven't really practiced him back-to-back days. He hasn't gone where he's gone hard, even in practice, going back for a month or so. So having to play back-to-back days in the tournament, you could tell he just wasn't himself for that game against Missouri. That's no excuse. But so having a whole week for him to get ready for this game on Thursday. And Santi has played a ton of minutes. That's another guy that needed a week off. So I know he feels like they're more fresh than they were. And I think this is a team with a little bit of a chip on its shoulder. Talking to Rick last night, they've heard all the talk about how they're the top 4 seed, most likely to go out early, that maybe they don't deserve their seed, like those wins against Kansas and Alabama and Texas almost don't exist now. So I think this is a team, again, that feels like they've sort of been slept on. And even though they've had it hasn't been their best stretch the last 3 weeks. I think everybody would admit that. But it's time to reset. And they understand that they don't have Zakai. They've probably you're not ever going to completely recover from that, but they have had now a few games to try to work some different combinations and learn to play without him.
Guy like Jemai Mashack, did you get to talk to Rick about him? Because he's emerged a little bit more and looks a little bit more comfortable when it comes to his role that he'll be playing. Well, it did in the SEC tournament anyway.
Yeah, Rick's very, very pleased with the improvement that kid's made across the board. Now, he's still got to take care of the basketball a little bit better. But he's been put in situations, Slay, where he's had to handle the ball more.
Right.
The last few weeks. So you're probably going to turn it a little bit more. He looks a little bit more confident with his shot when he has shot the basketball. So yeah, I think he to me, what they get out of him defensively, because he's always going to be a factor defensively, and to be able to finish some tough twos. I think that's what this team, you look at this team getting to the foul line. That's something we've talked about all year long. This team in the tournament, if it's going to make a run, has to be able to absorb some contact and make some tough twos and get to the line and make free throws. Now, the bad part on that is their bigs don't shoot free throws very well. So there's sort of a little bit of you want to go inside, but are other teams, when somebody gets the ball inside, are they going to just say, we're going to play hack-a-shack and make you make free throws, especially in the last 5 minutes of the game?
Chris Lowe with us from ESPN.com, at CeeLo ESPN on Twitter, talking about the NCAA tournament, and we will get back to the NFL discussion as free agency continues to roll. Not officially until tomorrow, but plenty of news there. Chris, do you think that Vanderbilt should have gotten in?
100%. And I understand they lost some bad games, and there were some games they'd like to have back. And, the last 10 does not factor in anymore in the committee's thinking. There was a time when how you played in your last 10 games was a factor in whether you made the tournament and what your seed was. It doesn't anymore, which is sort of a bummer for Vanderbilt, because I think if it had, they definitely would have gotten in. When I look at the committee's got a tough job, we all know that, but they've made it pretty clear the last few years that they're looking at your total schedule, the totality of your season. And I think that's what got Vanderbilt. But I still think that what Vanderbilt did in the SEC, and certainly the way they played and improved down the stretch, to me outweighs the bad the first part of the season. And I know you can't look at this subjectively, but you look at all the at-large teams that made the tournament right now, and you can't tell me, if you're an opposing coach, that you point to 5, 6, 7, 8 teams and say, I'd rather play Vanderbilt than play those two teams, those 6, 7, 8 teams, which is why I think Vanderbilt deserves. Listen, you talk to anybody in the SEC that's played Jerry Stackhouse's club the last 3 weeks, and they will tell you how well they're playing. So, yeah, I think they should have gotten in. I think they are a tournament team, and I think if you polled every coach that's in the tournament right now, they will tell you, I'm glad Vandy's not in the tournament, because that's not a team we want to play right now.
So am I wrong when I'm filling out my bracket, CeeLo, and I started with the champion being Alabama and working my way back this year?
Well, nobody's played better than them, Slay, the last, most of the season, really. I mean, Tennessee locked them down on defense. They went to the last shot against Auburn there and won the game. That's the thing. Alabama has had some close games the last 2.5 weeks, so they've won decisively too. But I think it helps the Tide that they go into the tournament having won some of those close games, having been able to pull away in the last 4, 5, 6 minutes of games, because that's what you got to do. You're going to have to grind out some games. You're going to have some games that's anybody's game with 4 or 5 minutes to play, and they've sort of found ways to win those games. And let's be honest, they've got a guy when they need to have a bucket, whether you bring him out and you give him the basketball 23 feet from the basket, whether you run something for him and get him a three-pointer, or simply where you get him the ball where it's a good matchup. I don't think there's another player in the country that you feel better about, or any coach would feel better about getting the basketball to in those situations than Brandon Miller.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple of SEC teams that are 7 seeds. I think Texas A&M better than that. Great coaching job by both guys, but Missouri, the other 7 seed. So which team do you think is more likely to get to the Sweet 16 if either one of them, because they've got tough matchups? And it's funny how the committee always does things like this. But if Texas A&M wins in the first round and Texas wins in the first round, they will play in the second round, which is funny to me. But what about those two teams?
Don't you love how the committee always says they don't try to create these compelling storylines?
Yeah, Texas A&M and Texas. They hate each other. I mean, hate each other.
Give me a break. It just sort of happens that A&M and Texas potentially would play in the second round. I tell you who has to hate that, though, the fact that Missouri and A&M were probably underseeded, is the teams they would potentially have to play in the second round. Because I think both those teams are better than their seeds. Buzz and Dennis both, I don't, all year long. And A&M's another team that did not play well early. They had some bad losses, and I think that's why they are seeded as low as they have. But Missouri and A&M both played really good basketball in February. And I always look at teams that go into the tournament. Now, it's not 100%. We saw with Tennessee last year. The Vols were playing great and didn't play well in the second round against Michigan and lost. But I always try to look at teams that are playing with confidence, that have gotten better, who've been able to win some tough games, who've gone on the road and won some games. And A&M and Missouri both fit those categories.
Kentucky playing a lot better since they shortened their rotation several weeks ago. They get Providence in the first round as a 6 seed. They win that. They get Kansas State. They win that. Maybe Marquette. What do you think about Kentucky? Can they make a run?
Yeah, I like their draw.
Yeah.
And, Ron said it a few weeks ago. I mean, Casey Wallace is how healthy is he? Is he on? Because if he is, then I think they're capable of beating just about anybody. Much like Tennessee, how do they play now? We've seen Kentucky in stretches this year where they've looked great, and then they've had stretches where they haven't been as good. So if they have everybody healthy and they're making shots, I like their draw. You never know about foul trouble. You never know about everybody's sort of banged up and beaten up at this point in the season. There's nobody that's 100% healthy. But where are they, what we don't know about sort of where they are injury-wise, how they sort of get through this first game and the second game. See, I always look at it, and I was talking to Coach Barnes about this last night, is we all get caught up in filling out our brackets, right? What is your draw throughout your whole region? Really, it's a 4-team tournament. If you're Tennessee or Kentucky, it's a 4-team tournament. You got to find a way to win both those games the first weekend. That's all that exists. Nothing else exists. And then somehow get to the second weekend, and you do it all over again.
That's the key.
You got the All-American list came out. Saw the first team, but I was impressed with Keontae Johnson of Kansas State, man, making second team after everything he's been through, starting at Florida, collapsing on the court, having to sit out, be a coach and battle back, then transferring to Kansas State in the position that he's in today. Is it another feel-good story better than that out there, CeeLo?
No, Slee, I think that's probably the best story of college basketball this year because of just what you said, what he's had to overcome. A lot of people felt like, when you have that type of serious medical issue in a sport like basketball, most people are going to say, boy, can that kid ever come back and play, period? And can he come back and play at a high level? Well, he not only came back, he played at maybe as good or better than he was playing before. And I think he's also an example of, when things happen to you, you just sort of keep fighting, you keep believing, you hang in there. And I love those stories. You say it's a feel-good story. To me, that's a story that everybody that plays athletics, starting from, youth league, Pop Warner, all the way up through college basketball or college football, says, listen, it ain't over if you believe that it's not over. I think he's a perfect example of that. I do think that is the best story. Plus, Kansas State's had a great season.
Yep.
They have. Chris Lowe, ESPN.com. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
Oh, see you guys. Take care.
Appreciate it a lot.
At CeeLo ESPN. Going to be a fun tournament, no doubt. 615-737-1045. Joshua in Kingsport. Next up as we switch back to football. Joshua, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, I've got a scenario. Well, it's more like a theory, but I was wanting y'all's opinion on it. Back to Titans football as a QB scenario. There's a lot of people that didn't like Dobbs out there. I thought he did great against Dallas with not having the weapons that he did. Nobody really gave him a long period chance. I mean, the short time that he was in the building, I believe he was actually pretty great. But how do you feel about bringing Dobbs back, re-signing him, getting rid of Tannehill, you're freeing up cap space for doing that, and you get Hooker later on in the draft, like third, fourth round, if he's still there? because I really don't trust Malik the way he's been playing. I wouldn't want to take that chance with him.
Hey, thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. For those that didn't hear,
Dobbs.
Roll with Dobbs next year, draft a quarterback, and move on from Tannehill.
He said
draft
roll
Hendon
with
Hooker.
Dobbs, draft Hooker.
Yeah, specifically Hooker, yes.
Yeah.
I
just
want you
don't
to throw it to Hyatt as well. If you don't, just going with
Might as
all
well.
the Tennessee
Right.
players.
Might as well go all Vol there. No, I don't think that's a good plan.
I don't know what to think about Malik, man. I would bring Dobbs back, even if Tannehill's I would bring Tannehill, Dobbs, and Malik back and draft one, and just go compete.
Dobbs, Malik, and a quarterback, and go compete. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's tough.
I don't know. I guess you
This
could
is a
do
gap
that
year.
if you want.
This is
Maybe
This is
you
a
want a
gap
high
year.
draft pick the next year or something, then you can go with that. Listen, there's a reason that Josh Dobbs is not a starter in this league because he's ridiculously intelligent. He is super likable. He's a great teammate. He's a hard worker. He's all of those things. If he was good enough to be a starter in this league, there is a team that would not have let him go. Trust me. He's just not good enough to be a starter.
Yeah.
He's not. So if your plan is to have Dobbs as your starting quarterback, now if your plan is have Dobbs as your starting quarterback this upcoming year, get rid of Tannehill, free up cap space, and be in a position where you can maybe move up,
Let's roll
or
with it.
you end up high to go draft one of the quarterbacks coming up in the next class, then that's a different conversation.
Yeah, I think Dobbs definitely proved that he is a serviceable backup in this league now.
Without
100%.
Without question.
And good
Without
for
question.
him. And that was a tough assignment. I mean, he played
Very
that
tough.
He played that first game of the two 8 days after he got to the facility. That is and the offense was more open than it was for Malik, who had been here for months.
Yes.
And
that's with no
yeah.
offensive line and no weapons and nobody that can separate. So props to Dobbs. But
Vince says 3 games, that's all it takes to evaluate a rookie, LMAO. Is he talking to me? I said I don't know about Malik.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about Malik.
I'm not putting Malik out there. I said 2 years anyway, so this will be the second year. This is I think with Dobbs, yeah, you just got to taper your expectations.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's the way you're gonna go. Do I think he can win some games without question? Do I think Vrabel can coach to win some games without question? Do I think we're gonna be talking about playoffs? No, not in the AFC South.
Not if you're doing that.
615-737-1045. This is 3HL. It's that time of year again when the housing market starts to heat up with rates and home prices coming finally down over what they were last year. Accurate Mortgage is predicting that competition for homes among buyers may be at least as fierce as it was last year, if not more. So now is the time to get pre-qualified for an Accurate Mortgage home loan so you can be one step ahead of your competition and win the house of your dreams. Accurate Mortgage has many options to help make your new mortgage more affordable, such as their payment reduction mortgage, perfect for easing into your new payment. And Krista B says this: Super easy to get the process started. They were there from start to finish. They never made us feel like any question was dumb, and we felt very comfortable talking with them. We closed on our home in 19 days. They are the definition of a dream team. I cannot thank them enough. Talking about Accurate Mortgage. For more details, visit Accurate Mortgage today. AccurateMTG.com. Accurate Mortgage Group, division of Acopia LLC, is an equal housing lender. NMLS number 4664. 3HL 1045, The Zone. We'll have a 5 o'clock hour full of NFL free agency talk. Lots of moves out there.
Yeah.
Will the Titans make another move today?
I'm going to check my reps. Well, no matter.
Is that what your rep said, or is that?
No, that's most definitely Joe Hunk up in the upper deck. In the upper deck seats, acting up.
At church.
Not me. I was an angel.
Did your mom make you sit in the front row when you were a kid?
Yes, and flick my ear.
I just get a look.
Yeah, you've talked about that.
A look was serious.
Lita had that look. Mm-hmm. Still does, probably, doesn't she?
Yep.
Titans signed linebacker Aziz Al-Shaair from the 49ers at linebacker. So there is that. Hey, cool new place. Babs and Slay Dog have been telling y'all about Triple Barrel Social up there in Franklin, Kentucky, which is about 45 minutes from downtown Nashville, just across the border. And we're going to talk about that just for a second because you guys need to know about this. Matt Vaughan joins us now. Matt, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Wow. You've got a great connection.
You got a radio voice.
Matt, you in the studio right now.
He's a poker player. You don't even talk that much of poker, but man, you sound like a radio host.
Oh, did.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That feels amazing. You guys are doing a good job pumping up my ego so that I can, keep it rolling here.
Matt Vaughan, poker expert. You do have the YouTube channel.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell people about that. What are you doing on YouTube? You teaching people how to play poker?
It's a little bit educational, but it's more entertainment. I've been sort of like pursuing professional poker for about the last 7 years now, and I've had the YouTube channel for the vast majority of that time, just kind of taking people along my journey. Terrible content in the beginning, much better microphone now. I can tell you that.
Well, talk about your journey because this is fascinating to me. You're 31, graduated college, went and worked, real 9-to-5 job, and then 2 years later, you decided to start that YouTube channel and play poker, and 3 years later, you left the 9-to-5. Like, how does this all break down?
Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds really crazy when you lay it out like that. It all felt like reasonably logical at the time. I think I've been playing, poker and card games, all kinds of games my whole life. And so, poker was always a hobby for me. Got really serious about it in college, but, had the traditional expectations that I would, enter the workforce, kind of do everything, I guess the normal way. And, just the 9-to-5 wasn't really for me. I had a couple opportunities inside poker to work with some, poker training sites that were giving me part-time work, and I didn't really like my job that much. And so I thought, let's try this poker thing out. I'd been playing very seriously for a long time, so that leap wasn't as big as it sounds on the surface. I think a lot of people can relate. Playing poker as a hobby is a great way to do it. Not everybody should do it professionally, of course, but yeah, it's those 2.5 years in the job I was working just kind of like solidified that wasn't really where I wanted to be. And I had the opportunity to try poker in a more full-time capacity, and I haven't looked back since.
Bet on yourself.
That's right.
Is that what you told? That what you told the family? I'm betting on myself, literally. I'm gonna quit my job and be a professional poker player.
It's funny you again, when you put it like that, it sounds so insane. But my parents, they're probably listening right now. They're just the absolute best support system in the world. They kind of encouraged me all along the way, and they kind of knew a lot of the struggles I was having with my job. I wouldn't say they were excited that I was pursuing poker professionally, but as the years have gone on, they've I think gotten a lot of faith in me, and they see all the other things that I'm doing as well. Sort of like expanding into Triple Barrel Social has been a really cool step, and something that takes me out of kind of the daily swings of playing poker at a professional level.
So Triple Barrel Social, member only. Tell me what I got to do. I get up there, knock on the door, and I come in. The secret door opens or something like that. And tell me exactly what's going on. Pull the curtain back for me a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we have got a lot of questions sort of about how it all works. And it is pretty simple. There's no secret door. There's no password. We're just a normal business. You can walk right in. Membership just means that to participate in any of the games that we offer, you do need an active membership. But it's really just like a fee, and you can decide sort of whether you want to just try us out for a day, which is just $10. And then if you are interested in being a longer time member, there's discounts for, something like a monthly or an annual membership. And then, we have a few different offerings that you can participate in. Poker is kind of like our bread and butter. It's what a lot of people come to us for. But we also have darts and billiard tables. As soon as they get off back order, we will have billiards. And that's honestly something I'm so excited for. Yeah, I can't wait myself. But yeah, the poker is sort of like what brought me to the table amongst the other owners who kind of know me from my content on YouTube and just from kind of like my own networking and stuff. And that's what I kind of brought my expertise for, but I'm honestly excited about all of it. I'm terrible at darts, but I used to play a pool with my dad as a kid and with friends as a kid, like in high school and stuff. So I'm excited about all of it. And yeah, it's just, it's been such a cool journey to get out there. I'm not from Nashville or even the area. So flying in and just like coming in and starting to participate with everything has been absolutely amazing.
Love that, man.
So
go ahead.
What do we do here to get 3HL to have a show out there so I can beat these boys in poker, show them how it's done,
She's beating me.
She's not beating me. I'm not letting her beat me. I'm serious at this.
You see, you guys rag on me. Babs, there's no way you have a poker face. Oh, yes, I do.
No, but I'm going to have Mama and Papa Vaughan out there, giving me some little tidbits when I come in. So I'm going to know the ins and outs of it. I know what's going on.
I don't know. Yeah, we got to get out there.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, I would love to do some sort of live show from the property. It's actually such a cool space. We actually have a stage in there. They used to have live music. The groups that were in there before us had live music on. Right now, we don't have anything in that space, but we do have some. We have some ideas, so I can tease that a little bit, but nothing solid yet. But yeah, we've got a lot of other things planned. Right now the space is, not totally fleshed out. We have a lot of room to grow. A lot of it's poker tables. There will be room for pool tables, and we're talking about putting in some like arcade games or stuff for while people are waiting for other sorts of games. But yeah, I'm pumped about all that. It's funny you mentioned, getting tidbits from my parents because, my dad played poker just as a hobby when I was a pretty little kid, and that's definitely part of what got me into it. And they were here for opening, so they flew out from the Boston area, and I don't get to see them all the time. I'm currently living in Vegas, and so big holidays and a few trips a year, but it was awesome to have them out and supporting and seeing the space. I told them they didn't need to buy membership, but they snuck it around me. They said, yeah, we want to support the club.
All right, most stressful poker playing story for you, like hand
or game.
Hit us with something.
Most stressful,
like maybe most money on a hand or.
Yeah. So I can tell you a story from Vegas. Somewhat more recent, actually. I think this was last August. I was playing in Las Vegas. You can play poker online, and so I was playing in a World Series of Poker circuit event, which is basically just like a tour that they send around. It's kind of semi-prestigious and rewards a gold ring if you win an event. And they spread a lot of these per year, but not everybody has a gold ring from playing poker. So I was playing, and it was a really big field. It was their biggest event for that series, and I was getting down to the final table and had I had a high percentage of the chips in play, which just basically means that I had a really good chance to win. I ended up basically losing 3 big hands in a row that were all pretty like 50-50s or like 60-40s in terms of in terms of how they went. And so that was like really demoralizing, really tough to sort of get back on the horse. And I was kind of playing from behind for quite a while there, down to 6-handed, down to 5-handed, down to 4-handed. And then finally, like 4 and 3-handed, I started to really get a comeback, get it going together again, and ended up taking down that tournament for my first ever World Series of Poker circuit ring, which was such an incredible feeling for me, something I've been working toward for a really long time. And it was worth a good bit of money too. I think it was right around $50,000. So that was a big help. And yeah, just such a cool experience.
Matt Vaughan, poker expert, Triple Barrel Social. You need to check them out. Exit 2 on 65, headed north, Franklin, Kentucky, about 45 minutes from Nashville. 21 and up, members only club, cash poker, darts. They will have billiards. Daily memberships are available weekly, monthly, and annually. Thank you, Matt. Good talking with you, man.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. It was incredible being on.
Thank you. There he is.
What's his Twitter? At MEV Poker.
Yep.
If you want to go follow him. We got to do a show and have a live poker game going on during our show.
Yes.
Becky, make it happen.
Would y'all come? Would y'all come play?
Oh, they got to.
There's already a couple people in the chat that said they would come play.
Can y'all fill up the room while we do a show up there and have a little tournament?
Are we allowed to do this?
Without question. 21 and up.
No. I'm talking about from our management here.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we got
bosses. We do have bosses.
We'll worry about that later. 3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. The latest Titans information, if you're just tuning in, what they've been able to do today or not do. Also, Aaron Rodgers news, Lamar Jackson. Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson if you were the Jets?
Oh, my goodness.
615-737-1045.
Well, this March, it's time. Actually, right now, it's time for you to take a shot at college hoops with a no-sweat bet on FanDuel Sportsbook. And it does not matter if you're new to FanDuel or if you already have an account. This is for all of y'all, all customers. Tip off the tourney with a no-sweat bet. Sign into your FanDuel Sportsbook account to claim yours today. If you are new to FanDuel, you can go to FanDuel.com/Dawn, DAWN. That'll get you in on the action. That'll get you a discount there. And then you can bet on everything from the money line to point spreads to maybe a nice 8-9 matchup that you've been eyeing. Those are some really good ones if you look at this tournament's bracket. All of this on an app that is safe, secure, and super easy to use. No better place to bet the tournament than on FanDuel Sportsbook. Just go to FanDuel.com/Dawn, DAWN. Join now or sign into your FanDuel Sportsbook account to claim your no sweat bet today. Existing and new customers, go make every moment more with FanDuel, especially this month. You got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus bet $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Good evening from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Joe Hunk. Two things you need to know as you get off work is the fact that the Tennessee Titans have signed free agent linebacker
Azeez O'Shire, number 51.
who came from the San Francisco 49ers. He actually started every single game for the team in 2021 and started 9 games for the team last year. And just a few moments ago, we found out that
Nathaniel
has officially been released by the Indianapolis Colts. The best part about Matt Ryan being cut by the Colts is the fact that the Colts still have to pay him $12 million that has been guaranteed in his contract. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, a flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. A lot of news out there. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Brent Doherty with you. Beautiful day, a little chilly. Don Davenport complaining about snow flurries all day.
That's Buck. That's Buck.
You're done with them?
Twitch, please.
All winter
Twitch,
weather?
please.
You done?
I am done with winter. I'm done with it.
Is winter done with you?
I think,
Is the question.
isn't it supposed to snow or do something stupid this weekend?
Are we now in that Blackberry winter phrase? Is that what this
And
is?
it's supposed to do something stupid this
I
weekend.
think so.
Snow or do something stupid.
I hope it don't do nothing stupid.
Vanderbilt playing in the NIT tonight. They are the 2 seed taking on Yale, 8 o'clock on ESPNU. This guy, Ron Slay, will be on the call.
I'll be in the building.
Friday. Sorry, Slay.
No, you good.
No,
I
I
got
was
something in
going
my
to.
mouth anyway.
What you got?
Biscoff cookie. They're going around.
To Babs's point, Friday. Okay.
Come on, meteorologist.
It's pop-ups, man. Pop-ups get you.
What weather app are you looking at? You need a new one.
I just don't want to pay the premium.
Yeah. No need.
It is 43 degrees right now in the Music City.
Hey.
Babsy.
The
Sunny,
high for
43.
Sunday will be 44.
The high?
The high.
So Friday, the high temperature is 57. The low is 28 with a 78% chance of rain.
Rain or snow?
I think the rain's supposed to be moved out of here before it
Okay.
gets stupid, like you said.
Okay, good.
Don't want to get
I mean, I shouldn't complain. There's like a nor'easter coming through up there
A
in
nor'easter?
the north.
What's that?
Like one
Weather.
of those terrible
Weather.
snowstorms.
Okay.
That hits the
But
northeast.
that's why we don't live up there.
We most definitely better believe it. We live right here in the
As
side.
the years go by, people get more, mobile.
Yep.
And you can make choices. You can live in Binghamton, New York if you want to.
Y'all stay up there.
Well, especially nowadays, since COVID, I feel like there's a lot of work from home jobs that weren't work from home in the past.
Very true, Babsy.
What are the Titans doing?
Sitting on their hands.
Titans signed linebacker Luke Gifford today.
Hey.
2 years worth up to $5 million. Led the Cowboys in special teams tackles. Vrabel always goes after these special teams, dude.
So he's replacing. Can we do the replace game? Who is he replacing? Ola Daney.
Yeah.
Special teams captain.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Offensive tackle Andre Dillard. That happened yesterday. 3 years, $29 million, 6'5", 315, a backup in Philly. A lot of people think that he may shift inside.
Yeah.
And play guard. Also today, right as we went on the air, linebacker Aziz Al-Shair with the 49ers, 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to the Titans.
Taking David Long's spot.
And
Bud Dupree.
Davenport asked Buck Rising about him, and he said that he liked him.
Loved him.
That's strong for Buck.
Yep.
Buck doesn't love a lot of people outside of cats.
He has, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder how those cats are doing. We haven't talked about Buck in a
Just
second.
roaming the streets.
Al-Shair with the 49ers has started 22 games in the last 2 years.
That's good. Availability.
146 tackles, 78 solo tackles. 10 tackles for a loss, 3 fumble recoveries. And, and outside of that, I mean, they lose Nate Davis to the Bears. They lose David Long to the Dolphins. 2 years, $11 million. Something going on there. DeMarcus Walker to the Bears also.
DeMarcus Walker came on strong at the end of the
7
season,
sacks
too, man.
last year.
Like, sheesh. Well, we're getting speed. Maybe we just be the fastest team in the league.
Darren Waller, tight end for the Raiders, traded to the Giants for a third-round pick. Also, Stephon Gilmore goes from the Colts to the Cowboys, cornerback. Matt Ryan.
Uh-oh.
Nathaniel.
Just got released by the Indianapolis Colts. They still owe him
Come
money.
on, Hunk.
I'm waiting for Slay to say something, but he won't
he's got a
stop eating the
Biscoff
cookie.
First of all, these are addictive. Second off, listen, man, anytime you get paid to go to Nathanielville and pitch a tent, I guess it's worth it.
Oh, my God.
They got him out.
I love when the big fellas get down there and pitch a tent.
That was right. Matt Ryan went and did that in Nathanielville, and he will not be leaving. He has a residence there. Colts are trying to get away from there.
You know what I wanted?
What you want?
Boys to Men. Thank you.
It is kind of sad. I mean, Matt Ryan gave Slay a lot of content this year.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh, did he?
Yep. And then even got into a battle with Russell Wilson about the content. Russell wanted to take his place, and he telling Russell, no, this is my spot. Then you had coaches get involved. Coaches are still there. Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah, he's where's he at? He's with Jet.
It's the Aaron Rodgers tie.
Wait a minute.
Nathaniel
now,
Downing.
Why did I think Dabo is with the Giants? Why did I think Nathaniel Hackett went somewhere else? Now, Babsy.
All coming together.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Ain't nothing but Tutti Frutti.
Yeah. See, this kids at home, if you listen, I know it's spring break, but if you're listening to us, this is why you read the entire book. You don't just read the cover. It said Nathanielville, and it had a picture of Matt Ryan. I failed to do my homework by opening up the book. So now that I'm opening up the book, I see on page 2, after the foreword is read by Aaron Rodgers, what connection does he make? And on page 2, sitting right there is Nathaniel Hackett in the Nathaniel manual. So just kids, go through your manual, read every page. They try to hide stuff from you. Read. I'm now reading the book, and everything is starting to make sense. A-Rod's headed to New York. Jets, 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 where at the helm of the team is a Nathaniel. Okay, now I'm in my groove. Gotcha. This would be a good season,
Again,
people.
don't forget who Aaron Rodgers would be working side by side with as the passing game coordinator for the Jets.
Downing.
Oh,
Get it.
that's beautiful.
Hey, y'all.
Everything. I forgot about that. Everything about this is beautiful.
Hey, y'all, listen to me. When the good man upstairs closes one window, he opens a door. So if you look to the left, it's a door wide open. Don't fret, everyone. Matt Ryan is gone. Our Nathaniels are in good hands. We got a whole franchise now.
So do you think the Jets will sign Matt Ryan as the backup to Aaron Rodgers?
Dog,
Oh my God.
Dude, like, I can't script this. Like, Hollywood can't write this. This is week to week. This is getting better. But how did we not put all this together?
Laura says the Nathaniel Manual.
Oh, you gotta read it.
The Book of Nathaniel.
You gotta read it.
No one coordinates a passing game like Todd Downing.
Oh
That
my!
from Nick.
Can you imagine the looks that he was giving Matt LaFleur coming off the field?
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine what he gonna do. And there's so many cameras gonna be. I don't care who they playing.
Oh, this is. Oh,
They could be playing the Bad News Bears.
So
There's
Aaron
gonna be
Rodgers
cameras
is
on
going
them.
from one Titans offensive coordinator to another one.
This is good, dog.
oh, that's
former-
amazing.
This right here, like, I can't believe we missed this. I can't believe.
Are they eligible to be one of those in-season?
Please, if
Hard
the
Knocks.
contracts for Hard Knocks is not done,
It has to be.
HBO,
It has to
get
be one
them.
of the in-season ones.
Oh,
though,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
like
let the train
mini
wreck start.
in-season.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, don't stop
Has
the
to be
train
one
wreck.
of
Let it
those.
go.
I don't want preseason.
Yeah, we want.
I don't
no.
want training camp.
Yeah, because you can
Hard
get food.
Knocks.
We'll get food.
I want like mid-season.
I do too, Babsy. Golly.
We want the camera inside the quarterback room when
With Todd Downing.
When Todd Downing is trying to show
trying to coach Aaron Rodgers.
Why he ran the ball right here instead of throwing it.
This is going to be beautiful.
It's all those old dudes.
This is going to be beautiful.
And the Rookie of the Year.
We're going to have a new whiteboard. We're going to have a new list, baby. Yes.
All right, your reaction, a lot going on in the NFL. Also, Lamar Jackson with a weird tweet today, 615-737-1045.
Oh, man. Hello, friends. What if you could be credit?
Jim Nance? Was that Jim Nance, Hunk?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Hello,
yes,
friends.
it
A
was.
tradition unlike any other. What is it, Babs?
Lone Pronto.
Okay.
A tradition like none other. And they could help you be credit card debt free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month. Loan Pronto's all new Express Equity Line of Credit program, just what you need, and you don't have to do a full home refi. Just get into a portion of the equity you have. Enjoy a super low monthly payment. And with Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you close in 7 to 10 days. $50,000 loan could only cost you around $400 a month. You can use that money to pay off those high interest credit cards, do a home improvement project, whatever you want to do, even if you just did a total refi or you just bought your house. This is a fast, easy program from Loan Pronto. Call them now, 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com, 615-499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 104.5, The Zone. Ultra-talented family, the Bethards. Tucker Bethard there. Bobby Bethard with the draft coming up. I was thinking about Bobby. Got to know him a little bit over the last few years. Passed away earlier this year. Rest in peace, Bobby Bethard. He was involved in that whole Ryan Leaf thing, Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning draft. So anyway, that whole family, man. CJ, I rest in peace, Clayton. Anyway, big Nashville family. Tons going on in the NFL. So the Packers got a wish list from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they're working on it too. Alan Lazard was on said wish list, and allegedly that is a 4-year deal that's done.
4 years, $44 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who else is on the wish list? Let's see.
Get it done.
Hunk's been tweeting a lot. Hang on.
I mean, big
Randall
shocker,
Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Yep,
right?
Mercedes Lewis and Odell Beckham Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And now Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be on Pat McAfee's show tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
So he'll be announcing that he signed with the Jets with his buddy Pat tomorrow.
This ought to be good.
And then hopefully they'll talk about his wish list.
Do you
that
think
includes nothing but old, past their prime players?
Do you think that
except for Lazard?
Do you think that at some point this week Rand Carthon will make a big splash move?
Nope.
Just more depth pieces.
Here, Hunk asked a great
Aziz
question.
Al-Shaair is going to play, so there's that.
Say that again.
Aziz Al-Shaair is going to play.
Yes, Shire.
Yeah, and Andre, I told you I was going to mess it up.
I know, but that's how he told us that it.
Andre Dillard is going to play probably.
Yep.
I mean, somewhere. He better.
Yeah. So just more of that, you think?
Yeah. Hunk asked this question, what do we think Rand Carthon's game plan is now that we're 24 going on 48 hours in, right?
The illegal tampering. Because free agency technically has not started yet.
It starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow.
I think his game plan is start to rebuild.
It's on. The rebuild has started.
The rebuild has begun.
Is it a rebuild if you bring back Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill? Or do you want to change that to retool?
Let me ask you this.
I think build.
What would you, if you don't bring them back? What's your plan there? Josh Dobbs?
I think you have to bring Ryan Tannehill back.
Yeah.
Do you want the available quarterbacks?
I mean, do you want me to be honest?
Lamar Jackson, who, I guess
yeah,
is
but that's
really not available. Jacoby Brissett, Andy Dalton, who just went to Carolina, Baker Mayfield, your boy, Taylor Heineke,
your boy,
Carson Wentz.
Heineke is no longer available.
Oh, there you go.
He went to the Falcons.
They're just coming off this list. But that's the list. Like, how are you getting better than Tannehill?
You're not. I do not understand the Tannehill hate. I don't get it.
He was
I think
11th
he's
rated
way
passer
better
last
than
year.
people think he is.
With that offensive line, he was the 11th rated passer in the NFL.
Oh my gosh. I think you have to account for the fact that Todd Downing was his play caller, with possibly Mike Vrabel throwing in a suggestion here and there.
He's on the headset.
Probably a debacle.
He is the head coach.
Yes, he
I
is.
mean, all of that with an offensive line that Slate called the Autobahn. Well, but the Autobahn. No, they're not Nathaniel. You have to be something to then be a Nathaniel.
You have to create expectation level and then fail to meet it.
This line did not create those expectations first.
Hunk is excited with the button.
Except for maybe Ben.
I mean, look, they suck. We know they suck. At some point in time, there was a block here and there.
Meh.
But isn't that amazing that Ryan Tannehill finished 11th in passer rating?
It's unbelievable with no receivers that could separate.
I don't see how people can hate on Tannehill after the way the team performed when Tannehill went down.
You were just going to let me be out there on the boat. I was like Rose on the end of the Titanic.
Rose.
And then the ship just suddenly stopped and Rose just flew over the bow.
And you were just holding me like Leonardo DiCaprio. Even though you knew I was going to fall.
Let them fall.
No, but that conversation of the numbers that we talked about is Ryan Tannehill is paid as the 15th best quarterback, and his numbers put him as the 11th best quarterback.
He had a 94.6 quarterback rating, 11th in the NFL. Behind that offensive line.
This past year only?
Yes.
There you go.
Do you want 2021, Babs, while we're at it?
I would love 2021.
You've just been dying all day to know what Ryan Tannehill's passer rating was in 2021. Ryan Tannehill, where is he?
Where's he at?
19th. But that was, remember I said early on that season he looked like he had the yips. Let's go to 2020.
Oh, no. I want 2020. That's what I want.
2020. Ryan Tannehill in 2020. He was, where was he? 106.5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 in the NFL.
There you go. That's the year I was thinking.
That's a different year. That's most definitely a different year. He'll ever get back to that.
Well,
you got to have
give him a line and somebody to throw it to.
You're right, Babs.
That's the thing.
You're right. He ain't had it.
He hasn't. And
outside of the playoff, which everybody just keeps pointing to, and I feel you.
615-737-1045. Yeah. Andrew, next up on 3HL.
Let's
Andrew.
be honest. It happens.
Yep.
It can happen.
Can you hear me?
Andrew, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. The reason why, this is the answer to Bab's question about Ryan Tannehill. You all had is it Hawthorne on your show, correct? Is that his name?
We have.
Rand
yes.
Carthon, yeah.
Carthon, okay. Ryan Tannehill has not done that kind of media. People don't know who he is. And he's never come out to sort of talk about anything or to talk about what he likes, what he doesn't like, the team, anything, to the degree of people that we the fans, sort of know him. He's still sort of a mystery. And I think that also plays a role as to why people just don't probably like him. I like him. But for the most part, he should come on your show and just chop it up. Put him in the boom boom room, stuff like that.
That's a good point.
Oh, you mean Tannehill?
No, you're talking about Tannehill. That is a really good point.
That's a great point that I have not even thought of.
This market doesn't know him. But it's funny
That is
because
a really good point.
He was on the Dolphins when they did the Hard Knock season down there, and he was awful.
Well, yeah, because he was boring.
Yeah.
Right. And
But
that's
that
not
Thank
his,
you, Andrew. That's a great
That
point,
is
though.
a great point.
Because
that's not his fault, though.
no, but
That's just how he is.
that's how he is. But
he just rolls quietly.
But that's the thing. And I get it. Some players are like that, but he doesn't ever answer your questions. I mean, the one time he answered, which in his defense, the one time he actually answers a question, it blows up and goes everywhere because he said he wasn't there to basically help out Malik Willis.
But that leads to it, though. That's why people don't know him. They can't take that out of context if they know him. They would have been like,
Right.
man, we know the type of guy. He ain't mean it like that.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
if he did, I mean, I like to think that we could get something out of Ryan
I know
Tannehill
we
if he was
could.
on this show, but he won't just go let his guard down for a little bit and have a conversation and talk about
Has anybody
himself.
asked?
Do
or-
you think that if he came on our show for like 20 minutes?
It's a great point
That's
by
a great
Andrew.
point.
Do you think that we could disarm him?
Without
and that the
que-
market would get to know him better?
Without question.
Yes.
Without question.
I don't know.
I
don't know. He's pretty buttoned up.
Without question.
But here's the thing, like his wife, Lauren, is the sweetest thing. Like chatted with her a little bit at his camp or whatever. I worked his football camp.
You were cornerbacks coach.
I was. I'm like, let's go. Backpedal. Go, 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 go.
Turn those hips.
Yes. Anyway, so I
cracks you
get
up,
it.
doesn't she?
I think that he's probably just super cautious. And now, the negativity around him here is ridiculous. And so I get it. I would be withdrawn too if that was the case. And he wants a private life. And I totally get it. But to Andrew's point, this market, look at the love for Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry is not an overly, out there guy, but he is enough to where his personality a little bit. He's likable. You feel like you know him. Who else? Who's one that everybody? I mean, Lawan's a different example because he's He's a little extra. Has always been a little extra.
Derek's an interesting personality type because
you still get a little bit though.
He's like
he's
Tannehill.
Similar to Tannehill.
He doesn't seek out the attention or anything like that. But
still,
when they mic'd him up during the playoffs against the Ravens, that was the clear leader on that offense to me. Now the players will tell you that Ryan Tannehill is a great leader,
right, and that they love him.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at who are the really loved players too. Even recently, it's the players that are out and about. Yeah, it's the players that are out and about. It's the players it's the players that do community service. It's the players that answer questions. It's the players that you feel like you know them and their family, and what they love about their game, what they don't love about their game. Small stuff like that. And Tannehill, and maybe that's the case for all quarterbacks in all markets. Let's be honest. It's a hard position to live
without question,
because it's all your fault, or you get all the praise. There's no in between.
Either way, it's all your fault.
You're either garbage or you're God.
Yep.
Adam says he's already dis-arm-ed. Disarmed.
Oh.
Huh.
Great. Well done. Well done, Adam.
Also, let's see. JV, players telling y'all what they're trained to tell you. Come on, y'all. Okay. Have you listened to the conversations we have with people?
No. We couldn't have. Who said that?
JV.
Nah, JV didn't know.
Anyway.
He also says that Ryan Tannehill deserves all the negativity because he can't lead this team, and that's the fact. Stop beating around the bush.
What bush?
You're getting one more year.
Where's the bush?
Where does that come from, though? I don't understand that, because his teammates respect him. You see that. You hear that when people are mic'd up and you see interactions. Like, his teammates respect him.
I haven't heard any teammate talk bad about him.
I've never heard a single player talk negative about Ryan Tannehill.
I haven't either. And I'm talking about guys that'll leave the Titans and still have something to say about the organization, or a small piece about it, how it's ran internally. I'm talking about the team.
We've heard plenty of
stuff
from guys that have left.
Yeah, and nobody's ever said anything. I've never heard anything about Tannehill. Never. From either side of the ball.
No.
So, that's no.
And it's not even that, like hearing something negative. All you hear is positive stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So,
615-737-1045. Patrika next up on 3HL. What's going on?
Hey, my people. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's happening?
What up, Don Clay?
What up, though?
Finally got in.
You're in the room.
Man, I've been trying to get in since I got off work because I was like, I got the comment. Okay, so the comment about Henry, I know you guys are talking about speed, and Henry does have speed, but y'all know the only reason why Henry was being taken out on third down is because of the play caller we had. So there was no creativity whatsoever from Todd Downing. So, I don't see why everybody's wanting to trade him off. I just can't see it. I can't see it. Now, I get it. Having Henry, it's going to draw attention. A lot of people are going to think they're going to give the ball to Henry every time. But that's why they got to come up with a different play calling style, maybe do some fakes. I remember when Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator. There was all sorts of stuff, but Ryan Tannehill did have different weapons. And so I kind of wanted to hit on that because we need to keep Henry. We barely got any weapons as it is, and we don't have a whole lot of money to move. So I think we should keep him, and I wanted to know what you guys think about it because I don't like hearing trade Henry. I don't like it, but they're gonna do what they want to do. I don't see it. And as far as Ryan Tannehill, you guys know he's good during the regular season, but playoffs his numbers are not that good. So they gotta bring in some help because he's not Joe Burrow. He's got to have weapons around him.
Definitely true.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen. And by the way, Don, I've been a fan of yours since News 2. So I'm glad to see you still on the sports radio. So good to talk to you guys. I'll hang up and listen.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That was a really good call.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really good and good stuff
Yeah,
about Henry.
I'm up for trading Henry if you can get value for him right now.
I don't think you can get value.
But if you're talking about a 4th-round pick and change, then
no, I would keep him and let him go
then I would
off.
just ride.
Yep.
What do you think about her comments about the play caller? Because I agree with her to an extent, because I feel like that was the knock on Derrick Henry coming into the league is he can't catch, right? So he's not a versatile back. It doesn't have good hands. I have watched that dude year after year after year really focus on it. And I know somebody's going to come at me and say, well, he dropped a few early on this year. But, I mean, the reason he's not in on 3rd down is because he can't catch, right?
Well, third down running backs typically have pass routes that they can run. He doesn't.
Right.
He just swings that out.
Yeah.
By the way, Tannehill's 6th all-time in Titans-Oilers history in yards passing, also 5th in touchdown passes.
Oh, but he's terrible.
And only in 4 seasons.
He's a terrible leader.
4 seasons. Yeah, with a lot going on around him.
A lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you get 2nd round and then go from there, I might do that.
That's different.
And
all that to say, I think Derrick Henry has improved in that part of his game.
Yeah, he's worked on it, yeah.
We all got to see one of the best running backs in the history of the game.
Yep.
And it'll probably keep going for another season.
2.
Maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
Got to redo that deal. Last year of his contract. We'll be right back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Do you need great speed at a great price? I'm talking about internet. Actually, I'm talking about Xfinity Internet, because the fastest internet on the largest gig speed network, that's Xfinity. They deliver gig speeds to more homes than anyone, so get ready to do even more on your devices with gig speed. Gig speed internet available to 99% of the footprint out here, so you can enjoy all your favorite apps all in one place with a Flex 4K streaming box. I just got my nice little Flex 4K streaming box. It's free with your Xfinity Internet, and I love the fact that I can stay connected on the go. Over 20 million secure Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Yes, their Xfinity Internet service brings your entire experience together. You can connect all your other services. All you have to do to get started, call 1-800-XFINITY. Visit Xfinity.com. Drop into an Xfinity store today for more details. Actual speeds vary. They're not guaranteed based on Xfinity's fastest available download speeds. Not available in all areas. Performance may be limited by customer's device configuration.
Switch and roll tight.
Fly away. Better way. Yeah.
You ready for Vandy Yale tonight, Slay Dog?
I ain't got no choice. I was thinking, should I hire security going over there? Because I know the Vandy fans thought that Stackhouse might
I think
get
a
me.
lot of people would hire you as security.
Yeah. probably why I don't need security.
Do security guards have security?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, who are you going to hire? Big John?
You know what? That's a good suggestion.
Big Al?
Yeah, hey, I got a group.
Boy, if you could roll with those two guys.
And get Big Haynesworth in there, too. That'd be
That's
three.
what I'm saying, Big
Bully.
Al.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Al Wilson.
Him, too?
Yeah, you can get some guys, no? Got a good Rolodex.
Boy, y'all were rolling deep back then.
Oh, my gosh. It was wrestling at any point.
Really?
Like in the summer, that's what we used to do. Basketball versus football. You better not get caught slipping. Because football roll like 6, 7 deep everywhere. Basketball is like 2 or 3.
Did they really?
Yeah, man. So we had to make sure we was always going 4 deep everywhere.
So did they stay in their position groups?
No.
Really?
It could be anyway. It could be D linemen with running backs. Like it was crazy. Dog. We were breaking down. The summers were wild, but it was wild fun right there on campus because you had to have something to do. Like if we catch one of them, we are beating them down, like fun licks. You know what I'm saying? In the arms and stuff like that, wrestling. And then, boy, when they come back, they come with a vengeance. It ain't nothing like having 3 D linemen at your door trying to break in. It's
what a
serious.
sentence.
I'm
Right?
telling you, boy. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I really don't want 3 defensive linemen at my door breaking in.
Them big old boys and them legs hurt. Them legs hurt, boy.
Eric on YouTube, John Henderson is my cousin.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there you go, Eric.
I still remember John Henderson. I always point back to not always, but sometimes when his name comes up on the show, kicking off.
Yeah.
Like the ball just was scared of that foot coming through.
Just booting it.
He didn't really even have to kick it. The ball just take off the tee.
Very true. The boot.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Lee wants to talk about Ryan Tannehill. Lee, what's up?
What up, Lee?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing today?
Hey, we're good.
Good.
Hey, I've got one question. I'm a longtime Oiler Titan fan, older than a lot of people out there, and I've seen them since 1960, watching George Blanda quarterback, not kick.
Yeah.
But here's my thing on the they keep saying Tannehill choked. I think he probably did choke a little bit, but who called the plays? On that first interception, we were running them down the throw to Kansas City in that playoff game. Foreman had 60 yards, and what do we do when we get down on the 8-yard line? We try to throw a pass. At the end of the game, we don't have to do anything except run the clock out, get a little bit more yardage for field goal range, and kick a field goal and ice it. But no, we have to throw passes. Don't understand the play calling. I think the coaching staff has to take some of this.
If you go back to the first interception, if I remember correctly,
I just had to close my eyes to try and remember.
I remember there not being a route to take the safety away from that throw, which was weird. I remember that. And then the last throw was on Tannehill, unless he was just instructed to one read, that's where it's going, to Nick Westbrook-Akina, who's triple cover. Remember we had NWI
Wait, you're
on?
talking about this?
No, the Bengals playoff game where he threw the 3 picks.
Oh, I thought I was going back before that.
So remember we had NWI on, and I asked him, were you surprised when you turned around because there were so many defenders around you? Were you surprised to see the football? And he said, what did he say? He said,
yes.
I was honored that he threw it or something like that.
Yeah.
I was happy he trusted me.
Yeah.
In that spot. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that was a weird one. But, yeah, there were lots of weird things going on that day.
There was a lot of weird things going on
And then
the last 2 years.
The last drive that day, too, you couldn't tell if they were trying to just run it out, and then all of a sudden they threw that ball. And you're like, what?
We trying to go. We ain't. Are we?
Honestly, I've tried to eliminate.
Nobody knows.
I've tried to eliminate that game from my head.
Yeah, that's a tough.
All right, so Lamar Jackson. Apparently, there was a report out that he turned down $200 million. So then he tweeted, what did he tweet? 133 for 3 years.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, 133, 3 years, fully guaranteed. But I need an agent? ? So I guess that's what he turned down, is what he was saying.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that, like, literally, I didn't think Lamar Jackson could do anything because he doesn't have an agent. So you can't, like, legally tamper him, can you?
I mean,
his reps can't meet with their reps because he is his rep.
That's true. That's a good question.
Unless his mom gets on the phone or something.
Yeah, she got consent.
What y'all doing to my boy?
Stay in the top row.
Yeah, I don't know why Hunt came down on that one.
I was just coming down to let you know, no after party tonight, but it would have been brought to you by Awaken 180.
Oh, okay.
No after party. Games.
First 4. We're joining in
Parsley?
progress.
It's already in progress?
You got
Yes.
Oh, well.
You got a parlay?
Yeah, I was going to say Pittsburgh over Mississippi State and then Texas Corpus Christus.
They're going on right now, though.
I know.
SEMO.
I missed it. Who's up?
SEMO.
All right. Oh, it's on behind me, Bash.
Yes,
You didn't tell me.
it is. Why do you think I'm looking at you so much?
I thought you just like how I dressed today.
Yeah, that's probably true, too. All right, basketball next on 104.5 The Zone. Appreciate y'all. Back at it tomorrow. Good night. God bless.
See ya.